Yo guys, welcome back to the Ultra Squad, and today we're here with actually a movie of What If Naruto Had Godly Chakra redo. I hope you guys actually enjoyed this. Now we're gonna begin a story at the Nine Tails actually at the birth of Naruto. Sorry, pretty much Kushina is actually giving birth to actually Naruto, and once she gives birth to Naruto, Naruto is born right there with a golden right there aura around him. And chakra is surging all over the place, like it's going haywire. And pretty much right there, the nurse that was actually carrying Naruto was just completely shocked that heck, she nearly dropped Naruto after feeling so much chakra coming from him, and he never felt so much chakra from a baby before. And pretty much Minato was there. She was just completely awestruck of baby Naruto, as he just sees Naruto just glowing a golden color, as pretty much right there as Minato is just about to hold Naruto. The nurse was like mothers first, as pretty much as we'll have the whole scene playing out to where the masked man Obito will come and kidnap baby Naruto, as he will feel the level of chakra that Naruto actually has, and he's completely awestruck about this. As immediately Minato seeing this, he will quickly save baby Naruto, while Obito will take Kushina. And pretty much we'll have the same thing happening. Obito releases the Nine Tails inside the Hidden Leaf Village, and Minato face off against Obito, as that whole scene will play out way similar inside the anime, as it came to the ceiling to where Minato was actually thinking that heck, his son is really powerful, and he has some kind of hidden power, so he actually decided to do the unthinkable. He actually proceeds to actually seal the full version of the Nine Tails in Naruto. So with this, as Minato will actually die, sacrificing his life, of course with Kushina dying, as pretty much, that's pretty much where we're actually going to be. That's pretty much the start of the birth of Naruto. Yes, it's pretty much tragic, as we're going to do a time skip over to where Naruto is actually 6 years old. As we will actually just see Naruto running there from a group of mobs, as they're basically chasing Naruto, as today is actually Naruto's birthday, as this is what they always do. They will always chase down Naruto on October, the 6th. I think it's the 6th? October the 6th. Tongue twist. That's pretty much heck, as Naruto is pretty much running, heck, Naruto is really fast. As Naruto is actually running, he actually makes his way, as he was pretty much cornered, as he was just in an alleyway, as pretty much heck, the villagers just surrounded Naruto and started to beat down on Naruto, just completely beating on Naruto. As pretty much they will just actually stab him with kunai. Ninja will also join in, Genins, and pretty much they will just beat down on Naruto too. He's actually basically a bloody pope. Now, basically, we will actually, after when the beating was over for about 10 minutes will pass, they will pretty much leave the alleyway, as not too long, pretty much a ninja will come and see Naruto there, bloody and bruised up, as immediately the ninja will just go and rush Naruto to a nearby hospital. As there when the ninja got there, he would pretty much tell the nurse or the doctor to pretty much heal the child. As there they will just see the demon fox, and they will actually refuse to heal Naruto. But immediately the Anbu will immediately flare his Sharingan, sending killer attention as pretty much they will just see that oh, this is little Uchiha, as they will immediately just go and heal Naruto, as immediately the Anbu will go and actually inform Hiruzen about this. Now we will actually go on to Naruto's inside his mindscape, as Naruto's there in his mindscape. He sees he sees that he's actually in a sewer. As Naruto is walking towards the sewers, he will actually immediately find a giant cage that pretty much has right there like a tag and the kanji on it for seal. And immediately Naruto will come closer and closer to the cage, and he will just say like, "Hey, is anybody home?" And pretty much right there, golden right there, like no, sorry, not golden. Red eyes will just shoot open, and pretty much Naruto will actually will now encountered the nine-tailed fox. As right there, Kurami, that's the nine-tailed name. Like heck, Kurama like is like a female version. Yes, Kurama is gonna be a female. And pretty much right there, like heck, she would just see Naruto there, and she would just immediately growl. As Naruto just seeing the nine-tails, he would immediately like be kind of frightened, but also awestruck on how right there, like beautiful her nine tails really were. Pretty much Naruto was just engaged, just seeing the like her nine tails just whirring crazy just inside the air. And right there, Kurami was like, "Who dares try to interrupt me while I'm sleeping?" And with this, Naruto would kind of be shaken by that, just feeling right there her voice was just so deep and like dark and hatred. Naruto can feel the amount of hatred that she actually has. With this, Naruto's like, my name is not Naruto Uzumaki. Who are you? He would just say, stuttering. With this, right there, like Kurami would say like, "I am the nine-tailed right there fox. Right there, I'm sealed inside of you. And I see right there like you're finally right there like encountered me. Tell me exactly, who really are you? You're not human. I can sense your chakra. Is that not even human? It's like godly amount." And she would just say like, "Could this be something from father?" She would just say, thinking about right there like Hagoromo. But immediately right there, like she was just caught off guard as Naruto just entered the cage. As immediately right there, Kurama seeing this, or Kurami, sorry. If you guys hear me saying Kurama, I meant Kurami. So, yeah, as Kurami seeing this, she would immediately just go and actually see the opportunity to actually just stab Naruto. Like, just because that's like, the moment she tries to do so, she will immediately, her hands will just immediately wrap in golden chains. As right there, like heck, Naruto didn't see this, and he just walks up to her fur and he starts petting it. Wow, your fur is so soft. With this, Kurami is like, "How dare you touch me?" And she was just prepared right there just to attack Naruto again with one of her tails, but immediately right there, it was just like caught in golden chains again. And she acts like, "What is this? What are you doing to me? Unhand me right now." And Naruto like sees the chains, like she's wrapped in chains, and Naruto's like, I didn't do that. Hey, are you okay? Do you need some help?" "What do you mean right there, I need some help? I don't need help. But right there, if this is your doing, unhand me right now." And Naruto's like, "I didn't do it, I swear." As immediately the chains would just go away, and pretty much Kurami would just see that like they got away, as Naruto would just go to immediately pet her fur. As Naruto would just ask like, "So, do you have a name?" And Kurami was just taken aback by this, like nobody has ever asked her about her name. No one at all. The only person who knows about it is the tailed beast and like what? Her father, like the Sage of Six Paths. And right there, Kurami is like, "I have no right to tell you my name." And right there, Naruto's like, "Oh, so you do have a name? Well, my name is Naruto. My name is Naruto Uzumaki." Yeah, I guess you already knew that, but see that I already told you my name. I think it's right for you to tell me yours. He would just say, and Kurami would just say like, "I will not. You're pretty much right there, disgusting thing. And don't you dare touch me," she would say, moving away from Naruto. As Naruto would kind of feel saddened about this, as like Naruto would now realize that he would just act like, "Where am I exactly?" As Kurami was like, "Oh, so you just now figured this out? Well, to tell you, to put this short, you're in your mind. After they're suffering or they're greater beaten by those disgusting villagers, pretty much somebody just rushed you to the hospital. And there, you're pretty much like in a coma." With this, Naruto would act like, "What's a coma?" And pretty much they would just spend the whole, like Naruto would just spend the next few hours right there just talking to Kurami, as like we go outside of Naruto's mind. Immediately right there, we would just see Hiruzen rushing to the hospital. As there, he would just see right there Naruto on like kind of like some kind of life support item and things like that. As Hiruzen would immediately ask like, about like Naruto's condition, as pretty much the doctor says like, yeah, the demon is pretty much inside a coma, good thing. And pretty much Hiruzen just flared his ki, telling him right there to watch your mouth. And right there, like, the doctor would be so scared, like, oh, I'm sorry, Dr. Hokage. I meant right there, like, he's alright. He's in a coma, and I don't know when he might wake up. It might be about 4 months he might wake up. With this, Hiruzen would just sigh as he would just look at Naruto from the glass. As right there, he would just curse himself how right there Naruto had to live this true life. And pretty much, we would just have a time skip for about, like, what? 4 months. As pretty much Naruto was in a coma for about 4 months. As Naruto, during the time, he was talking to Kurami, as like the two of them kind of built a close bond actually during the 4 months. Naruto, at first, Kurami hated right there being stuck with Naruto. Like, he always talked about him becoming Hokage, as Kurami always told Naruto that it's actually pretty much a stupid dream for him to become Hokage, see that nobody will elect him. But Naruto right there told her that pretty much right there that she should not actually doubt him. Pretty much things will change. He will let all these villagers actually accept him for who he is. And pretty much right there, Kurami would just wouldn't even care. As like pretty much right there, Naruto would actually eventually knowing right there Kurami's name, as like he would end up like, yeah, he would just know. Kurami would end up telling Naruto her name. And pretty much she would just be annoyed by him, just like he's always talks and like, it kind of felt nice for her seeing like somebody's able to talk to her, and like, heck, he was pretty much not that much bad. He didn't treat her as a monster or anything else, but as a friend. But Kurami can't even trust Naruto, not at all. So immediately right there, like, that what pretty much happened like the 4 months, as pretty much right there, like, heck, and Naruto would soon wake up. And as Naruto woke up right there, he would just see the doctor there, as pretty much right there, like, he would just give Naruto like the gist of what really happened, that he was in a coma for about 4 months, that's all you need to know, as he would just kick Naruto out of the hospital. As Naruto would just go to his apartment, and pretty much right there, he would just end up talking to Kurami, as like there, Naruto would ask Kurami to train him. As Kurami would be so confused, as like, why would I train you? And Naruto said like, to become Hokage. And Kurami would just like, no way. As Naruto will beg her to train her, like, please train me. As like, Kurami would end up like accepting it, and like, just because right there, like, just to shut Naruto up. As then Naruto would go to his secret training ground, as he would end up training for the next 4 years actually, until Naruto entered the academy. As there right there, like, as the 4 years will actually also pass, Naruto will actually improve a lot. Like, Naruto is like literally like, how should I say, a prodigy. He's literally a prodigy. Like, dude, like, the only jutsu Naruto learned from Kurami, like his chakra nature, is like fire and water. Pretty much right there, like fire, because right there, heck, she spent her time with Madara after right there, like, what, Madara took control of her, so she would know right there, like, some fire style. And seeing that she's actually from like been inside the Uzumaki way longer, like, sometimes like with Mito, so she will pick up some water style jutsu as well to teach Naruto. And pretty much right there, as Naruto just proceeding just to like use right there fire and water, like, he doesn't run out of chakra, which Kurami really noticed this, that Naruto's able to use chakra without even tiring himself out. Like, most people would do so. Like, they will be tired just from using a single jutsu. And this is Naruto when he's 6 years old. Like, he's using right there like high level like jutsus that Kurami is teaching her. And not just that, not just jutsu that Kurami is actually teaching Naruto. Kurami actually teach like Naruto taijutsu as well. And pretty much she taught Naruto right there her, well, basically a personal right there favorite taijutsu move. Well, style, sorry. It's pretty much called Fox taijutsu. It's pretty much right there, like, Naruto is able to, like, heck, fight on like a fox level. Pretty much like fast skills and like claw attacks. Like, Naruto is able to make claws out of his chakra. And also during the time, Naruto did kind of change. He actually started to change. Instead of being a prankster, he became more serious actually. And pretty much right then, not just that, Naruto also like started to also change with his physical appearance. Like, I mean, like Naruto, he kind of grew taller, but Naruto's eyes, they changed as well. They were no longer like what? Blue, they were actually kind of red, blood red, and also with slits in them, which Naruto asked Kurami to pretty much change or modify his like how should I say, human features to that of a fox, to that of her actually, because like Naruto was immediately like in love with her red eyes, and like Kurami would just do so as like, heck, Naruto is now part fox. As right now, we'll just time skip to where Naruto enters the academy. And pretty much as Naruto enters the academy, then Naruto was super excited, thinking that he's able to actually meet kids right there, probably his age, and probably they might be powerful than him and things like that. As like, heck, as Naruto enters the academy, like, heck, he sees everybody there, and immediately he was just shot down. Like, bro, he was just immediately shot down. The moment Naruto saw that his classmates, literally, he just thought like, wait, is this supposed to be a joke? I mean, is this supposed to be like the Ninja Academy? Like, and like, how come everybody's chakra is so weak? It's so low. Naruto can see the flow of chakra in everyone, and like, dude, he sees that everybody's chakra is that of a like newborn infant. It was so tiny. I mean, like, heck, it was so pathetic. I mean, like, he's really, like, Naruto's the only one with a, like, he's not bragging, but he has a high level chakra, of course. As pretty much the Kurami actually told Naruto to keep his abilities and jutsus a secret. And Naruto actually complies and like doing what Kurami said so, cause like, heck, the two of them kind of like became friends actually. And slowly, Kurami actually started to have feelings for Naruto, but she doesn't want to admit it. But like, heck, as pretty much right there, heck, not too long, like the door would just open and Iruka would actually come in, and he would just introduce himself that like, hey, my name is Iruka, and I'm pretty much going to be your sensei for the next 3 years. So I'm pretty much right there, I'll actually have fun like teaching with you guys. Like, I hope I have fun teaching with you guys. With this, Naruto can actually see the flow of Iruka's chakra, and he's like, okay, I guess he's pretty decent, of course. But immediately, like, what? Naruto's ears would just start hurting him, and pretty much he can just hear all the girls squealing, like, oh my god, it's Sasuke Uchiha! And pretty much, like, Naruto, like, would just look to his left, and he would see right there a group of girls gathering right there around Sasuke, like, oh my god, you're an Uchiha, I'm a big fan of you, and things like that, and like, Sakura, like, my name is Sakura Haruno, you're so awesome, Sasuke! Pretty much right there, Sasuke would just be there with just his cocky look, like, yeah, I know, I'm awesome. The Uchiha clan has not been massacred at this time, so Sasuke is still his kinda happy, cocky little self. So Naruto would just sigh like, oh my god, man, if this actually keeps up, I swear to god, I'm gonna actually murk one of these girls. And pretty much right now, Iruka would just tell the whole class to meet that, like, what, him outside, and they would just do right there, like, what, a training exercise. Like, there, they would just proceed, like, everybody would go outside, and they would do right there the exercise. I mean, like, it wasn't really major. They did right there some push-ups, sit-ups, right there, running, and throwing right there paper shurikens, of course, and pretty much right there, it got to the end of the exams, to where Iruka would actually announce right there the end of the exam to be a taijutsu battle. And pretty much right there, like, he would just call out Sasuke Uchiha and Naruto Uzumaki to fight. And there, everybody was just cheering on Sasuke, like, you can do this, Sasuke, put that freak inside right in his place. I mean, look at his eyes, it's like, he's such a freak. And pretty much Naruto would just be dead, like, hey, my eyes are not a like, I don't look like a freak, I look right there sexy as hell. As pretty much right there, Kurami would say like, yes, you do. As like, Iruka would just actually cause the fight to begin, and right there, like, pretty much right there, like, what, Sasuke would rush towards Naruto, as Naruto would just be standing there, and immediately Naruto would just like what, flash step right behind, like, what, Sasuke, and just karate chop at his neck, knocking him out. Naruto would just wait, like, Naruto, like, held back quite a bit, like, a lot even. I mean, like, heck, this guy ran in, like, him at straight first. I mean, come on. He can obviously see his opening spot. He left himself wide open. with this, Iruka would just call the match as Naruto would be the winner, as he was quite surprised at Naruto's speed. Like, yo, pretty much a 10-year-old was actually this fast and able to actually knock down like his opponents. Like, he was just amazed by this, and everybody was there would be kind of shocked that Naruto was able to take down Sasuke. As there, like, heck, we would pretty much put an end to like the first day. As like, heck, when Sasuke woke up, he was just pretty much irritated that Naruto was easily able to knock him out just like that. I pretty much heard that from that day forward, Sasuke swore to himself that he would never lose to Naruto. Like, he just went home and he asked right there, like, what, Itachi to pretty much train him, and he told him about a person in his class, like, really stronger than him, and that he wants to defeat him. And pretty much Itachi will end up training right there Sasuke a bit. Like, Sasuke will actually kind of get a little bit stronger in this, but not really, as we just pretty much right there fast forward about 3 years, and it was the worst 3 years of Naruto's life. Pretty much right there, Naruto learned nothing in that ninja academy. I mean, like, heck, all he did was pretty much learn about history, throwing shuriken, and learning one jutsu, the clone jutsu. That's literally it, and it was just so boring. I mean, Naruto had Kurami teaching him all this, literally in his mind. And like, heck, Kurami actually agreed that this academy was just a waste of Naruto's time. All these 3 years could have been used for Naruto's training. I mean, Naruto at this point, he's able, like, this guy is already too OP, guys. Like, Naruto already is able just to use, just like what, like Kurami's power with ease. I mean, not the full version, but he's able to go up to his, to the 5 tails actually, without really him going berserk. And that's actually, like, insane. Think about this. Just like a 13-year-old Naruto able to really use the 5 tails right there, like what? Cloak. I mean, that's amazing. Naruto's literally a prodigy. But also, the Uchiha clan would still be massacred, and Sasuke would go to his dark, emo self, and pretty much right there, like, the whole right there, like what? Thing of him awakening his Sharingan, but like, he can't probably use it, because he has to be in a situation that he needs it, of course, like in dangerous situations. So yeah, so that will actually happen. As like, heck, yeah, as pretty much we'll just go on to the present right now. As like, heck, we'll just see right there, like, it'll be the time after graduation exams, as there right there, everybody was just getting ready for graduation, and then Ruka will just explain the whole thing about the graduation exams and things like that, and he actually hopes they all pass. As there, they will proceed with the exams. As right there, Naruto, bro, he easily dominates the whole exams. I mean, like, yo, written part, Naruto aced it. I mean, he has Kurami giving him all the answers, like, for all these histories. I mean, Kurami was actually there, all, like, from all these histories. I mean, she's filled with knowledge. And, like, when it came to right there, the, like, what? The shuriken throw, like, the kunai throwing thing, bro, Sasuke will easily get rid of like what, 100%. But when it came to Naruto, just like, heck, Naruto will get 100%, like, perfect on each shuriken throw. I mean, like, heck, he got them all in just like the same place. No, not even one missing. And there, right there, like, heck, it came to the taijutsu battle, to where everyone from the, like, kind of village, not really everyone, like, but most of them, the villagers came to see right at the matchup, as they actually wanted to see Sasuke Uchiha, like the last Uchiha prodigy that this Leaf village actually have. Like, they were just there to see Sasuke. And pretty much right there, like, heck, everybody was just so excited, as pretty much Sasuke was just just growling at Naruto, just with hatred and like anger. And pretty much Naruto would just look at this and he said, like, man, don't touch me, you mongrel. Like, heck, he would just kind of be like Gilgamesh. As pretty much Iruka was called the match to begin, and immediately Sasuke wastes no time, and he just goes and shouts out, "Fire Star! Fireball Jutsu!" And immediately he would just shoot a fireball right towards Naruto, and Iruka would say, like, "Stop right there! That's a high level jutsu!" As like, what? Everybody there was just surprised by Sasuke's fireball attack, like, whoa, Sasuke can actually use fire style? That's amazing! And Naruto would just be standing there, Naruto was just like, yo, without even right there, like, without even like what, a breaking a sweat, Naruto was going right there like what, shoot out water from his mouth, dispersing right there the fireball. As everybody's there like, wait, that was amazing, wait, he didn't use no hand signs. And then Sasuke would see this, and he would just immediately show shurikens at Naruto. Naruto would easily catch them all, like moving at such right there high speeds, that he'd catch all the shurikens, and he would just throw them back while infusing lightning on it. Pretty much right there, the lightning shuriken was so fast that it actually hit Sasuke right there, paralyzing him. And then Naruto would appear right in front of Sasuke, just gut punching him right inside his stomach, and also grabbing his face, slamming him to the ground, knocking Sasuke out. And then Ruka would just call the fight to right the end, and then like heck, everybody was just so surprised that the Demon Fox defeated Sasuke Uchiha, and then everybody was just immediately just shocked by Naruto's performance. Even right there, Ruka, then right there like heck, Sasuke would wake up, and then Ruka would tell them to make the peace sign, like the peace like treaty or whatever, and like pretty much Sasuke would refuse to, but Ruka will force him to do so. And then like heck, we would just pretty much right there go on to where Naruto actually graduates this time, as Naruto was just on the swing. He was just pretty much talking to Kurami, as like Kurami was just congratulating Naruto for his like what, like for him graduating the academy. As right there, over the time, Kurami just became a civilized person. I mean, like heck, she's not like at first she hated Naruto, but she came to love Naruto, like fully on love him. Like literally, she has a crush. Well, not really a crush, because like heck, she literally told Naruto that yeah, she loves him and things like that. That he's gonna become a future mate. And Naruto actually agrees. I mean, like he loves Kurami, and like heck, Kurami does have a female form, and I mean, like heck, like they actually like spend the most of their time together at Naruto's household, and like they spend like time together, like chilling. But still, we're going to Naruto right now, as like Naruto's just on the swings, and he realized that one person did not pass right at the exam. That like Mizuki was just talking to this person, and Naruto with his sharp hearing would hear everything what Mizuki would actually say about how this kid needs to steal the scroll ceiling, and pretty much right there he will actually pass the exam. Pretty much the kid will actually agree, prepared not to steal the scroll ceiling, prepared to steal the scroll ceiling. And then Naruto like, man, this guy is totally right there a liar, man. I mean, like heck, like there's no secret part of the exams. I mean, that's obviously just a bullshit lie. With this, Naruto will actually proceed just to like heck, kind of like what, take down Mizuki, seeing that he's actually planning on like what, running away from the village with a scroll of ceiling, things like that, to make some money out of it. So yeah, so we pretty much read a time skip to where the kid actually steals the scroll of ceiling, and he was prepared to go to right at the meeting place, the forest, where Mizuki actually told him. But before then, like heck, the kid actually got there, Naruto actually stops him. And pretty much right there, Naruto right there hands him right there a headband, saying that you actually passed that. This was actually already like a test to see if you're capable of being a ninja. And the kid was like, wait, really? A pass? And Naruto said like, yeah, all you have to do is give me the scroll of ceiling actually, and then like you and pretty much yeah, you become a ninja. With this, the kid will actually say, thank you so much, and he would just actually just go and hand Naruto the scroll of ceiling like an idiot, and he was just like, bro, what, take the headband, and he would just put it around his head like, I'm a ninja now. And Naruto looked at him, and he kind of felt bad for lying to him, but he would just talk to Hiruzen about this. And then like Naruto would make his way towards like what, the meeting place where he like, where Mizuki was actually gonna meet right as a kid. And then Naruto sees that Mizuki is actually kind of late, so Naruto proceeds just to learn, kind of open the scroll of ceiling and also learn some jutsus, of course. And then Naruto would see where there's like some interesting jutsus that he found interesting. One was the Shadow Clone Jutsu, and the other was the Rasengan, and the other one was right there like what, the Flying Raijin, and the other was right there the woods dragon jutsus and things like that. And like Naruto like, oh, this is gonna be interesting, like heck. And Kurami actually told Naruto to pretty much like what, to learn the Shadow Clones first. I mean, that could be super useful in battle. But this, Naruto was agreed, saying like, yeah, sure thing, Kurami, as like, he would proceed just to learn the Shadow Clone. As there, Naruto would, like, dude, Naruto's a prodigy. Naruto would learn the Shadow Clone with ease, man, with ease, but he didn't have time to pretty much learn the other jutsus, so Naruto would just write down the jutsus on a sheet of paper, as there, Mizuki would actually appear, and he was like, wait, what are you doing here, you demon? And for Naruto would just sigh, like, cut. Mizuki. You think you're slick trying to actually get somebody to steal the scroll ceiling so you can run away and make a few quick buck? Not on my watch. Here, I'm gonna show you right now like a special jutsu that I just learned. Multi-Shadow Clone Jutsu! With this, Naruto will create over okay, that's about like what? 20,000 Shadow Clone actually. Just like surrounding Mizuki. And Mizuki like, yo, he didn't have time to react or even say anything. Naruto bet up Mizuki to a bloody pulp. Like, dude, it was just like massacre right there. Like, this Naruto was just beating down on Mizuki so hard. And like, after when Naruto was actually done, he dragged Mizuki's body all the way to the third Hokage's office. And then Naruto was just kicked down the door, and right there like what? Haruzen was just there, just smoking, as he was just seeing right there Naruto with the scroll ceiling, as he just said like, Naruto, you're here. Wait, what do you do with the scroll ceiling? What happened? Who is that? He would say, pointing to Mizuki, and Naruto would proceed to tell Haruzen everything about right there, like Mizuki tricking this one kid into be like what, stealing the scroll, the ceiling, and Mizuki trying to run off with it, and like yeah, it's like Haruzen would just sigh like, oh my god, that's like he actually realized that he now had to make this like the kid who stole the scroll of ceiling a ninja. But heck, he would congratulate Naruto for getting back the scroll of ceiling, as he was just ordered right there, he was just called to Amu to take right there Mizuki and lock him inside the prison. As then Naruto would just proceed to leave, and with the time skip all the way to pretty much the making of teams. As there, pretty much as Naruto was there at the academy, as like Iruka was just congratulating everybody on the hit of them becoming a ninja, as like he just wished them all good luck, as he just calls out the team, and pretty much the whole team would stay similar inside the anime until already he calls Team 7. Team 7 will actually consent, would actually have like Sasuke Uchiha and Sakura Haruno. And then Sakura was just screaming like, "Cha! Yes! Take that, Ino! You big stupid red nose freak!" And like heck, yeah, it's like she was just yelling so loud. Naruto was just like, dude, he hated it, man. But right there, like heck, Iruka was actually was not finished, and he would just call out, "Oh, and Naruto Uchiha." And there it is, Sakura's face would turn into a ghost looking at Naruto. No, Iruka, I don't want to be on a team with this freak. He would mess things up with me and Sasuke. And she would just yelling and yapping and things like that. Naruto didn't even have time. Naruto appeared right in front of Sakura, grabbing her face, and Naruto slammed not slammed. He threw her at the other side of the wall, literally just going right through. There, everybody was just surprised by that, dude, they never seen Naruto lash out like that. I mean, they were all afraid of Naruto monster strength. And there, Ruka would just be looking at Naruto with just shaking hands, and he immediately went to Sakura to see if she was actually alright. Luckily, Sakura was alright, but heck, she was totally injured, immediately just major injured. As there, he would just take Sakura to the hospital, as pretty much he would just tell everybody to wait here, and that sensei will come and pick them up. And there, Sasuke kind of actually thanked Naruto for helping him out, but that was in his own head. As immediately the rest of the senseis will go and pick up the Jonins, will go and pick up right at the the students, as the last one, the only one there inside the classroom was basically Naruto and Sasuke. Sakura was in the hospital after giving that brutal beating from Naruto. As like heck, about like about 4 hours would pass. Naruto was just in his mindscape, just having a good time with Kurami. As like Naruto's mindscape has changed. Naruto's mindscape is like a field of it's just a field of flowers, trees all around it, just a waterfall, as animals just running around there. And we would just see Naruto laying down on the most comfiest, like the most soft lap pillow of all time. As right there, he was laying in Kurami's lap. As Kurami right there, like heck, her appearance, like bro, she was like fire, sexy fire, man. Like she has like red hair, red eyes, and like bro, she was just like, oh, beautiful. Like any man will fall for this girl. Like they will fall from her charms. As they're like bro, like Kurami was just like petting Naruto's hair. As like heck, as Naruto was just talking, they were just basically chilling. As like pretty much right there, Naruto was just discussing about like the next training, what would they actually do. And Kurami would tell Naruto that they're actually they're gonna actually try to control right there, like what? The other right there, like what? 6 tails and like 7 tails, all the way to 9 tails. Like they're gonna actually try to do that. So Naruto has to control his emotion and anger, cause like heck, Naruto still has a dark side in him. Naruto kind of still hates the villagers, but not really at some kind of case. I mean, like, come on. With this, like, we just go out of Naruto's mind as pretty much right there, like, heck, Kakashi will walk in and Naruto, seeing that Naruto is actually good, he doesn't pull any pranks. So with this, Kakashi would just see right there, like, Sasuke and, like, Naruto there, and he was kind of confused. And he asked, like, aren't there not supposed to be 3 of you? But Naruto said like, yeah, one got sent to the hospital. And with this, Kakashi said like, oh, okay. But right there, meet me on top of the roof. And right there, be there in the next right there 5 minutes. With this, Kakashi would just right there like what? Body flicker away, and he would just be on top of the roof. As there right there like heck, the moment he would just realize that Naruto is also there too. And like he said like, wait, what? How did you do that? We did for the Naruto would say like, huh, there's things that you don't know about me, ninja Kakashi Hatake. With this, like heck, Sasuke will actually soon appear on the roof and to see Naruto was already there. As like heck, he wasn't really bothered by this, and he would just take a seat. And there, the Kakashi would just actually proceed to tell them like, okay, seeing that one of you guys is missing, I guess right there we should actually start with introduction. And pretty much this time, seeing that Sakura is not here, like things like that, not asking any questions, Kakashi actually tells them like what? His likes, his dislikes, and his dreams. And they're like what? Kakashi said like, okay, I'm gonna start first. My likes, none of your business. My dislikes, none of your business. And my dreams, I don't have any. So there. And pretty much Naruto will sweat would just drop like, is this really actually a sensei? As there they're like, heck, Sasuke would proceed to say like, I am Sasuke Uchiha. Remember, I have many dislikes and I don't like many things. And my goal, no, it won't, like my dream, no, it won't be a dream. It will be a reality, to kill a certain someone. And pretty much right there, Naruto like, man, you're not gonna kill Itachi, man. This guy has the Mangeto Sharingan. You don't even have the Sharingan. Naruto would say inside his head. And pretty much right there, like, Kakashi would say like, okay, what about you, Sunshine? And pretty much Naruto would say like, my name is Naruto Uzumaki, and my dislikes are half of the people inside this village, because the way they treated me, and like heck, people who actually like abuse their powers on others. Like he was referring to like Madara Uchiha with his Sharingan against Kurami, as pretty much yeah. Naruto would tell him about his likes, about like he likes ramen, training, and he also likes a certain someone. Like he also likes his girlfriend, and like heck, dude, like this Sasuke and Kakashi was just like taken aback. Wait, Naruto has a girlfriend already? Like yo, who is it? And Naruto's like, it's someone right there that you don't know, but still. but my dream is to become Hokage. And pretty much right there, like, hey, it would be the regular same as Kakashi, like, oh, okay, oh yeah, meet me at training ground right there, like what, at 7. Oh, and don't eat anything tomorrow. I'm gonna go to the hospital to greet right there, like my other student, as he was just like this body flicker away, and then Naruto will also proceed just to do the body flicker, and Sasuke will just be dead, like, what? He knows the body flicker too? God damn it! This, how much is he hiding? How much power is he hiding? And then we'll just actually just kind of like ended right here. This has pretty much been part 1 of it. Where we left off with basically Team 7 actually being formed. As pretty much right there, we will go on to actually Training Ground 7. As there at Training Ground 7, we will actually see like Sasuke and Sakura there, as they were actually pretty much waiting for Naruto and the sensei. As pretty much 3 hours will pass, Kakashi will actually soon arrive, as he will make up the same excuse there. As guys, you guys didn't even see the last part. Basically right there, like, heck, teams, like, well, they had a meeting, but Naruto actually folded Sakura in half, and yeah, and like, now they're actually taking the belt test. So if you guys haven't seen the last part, go check out part 1, so yeah. And pretty much right there, heck, Kakashi would realize that Naruto's not here, and he asks, where is Naruto? As pretty much Naruto will say, like, I'm right here, Kakashi. As Kakashi will look up to see Naruto on top of a tree, relaxing. As there, like, heck, Kakashi would just let out an eye smile, and he would just actually explain the bell test. As pretty much as he explained, and Sakura would say, like, wait, Kakashi-sensei, there's only 2 bells. That's the thing. 2 of you guys will pass, and 1 of you guys will be sent back to the academy. So pretty much, you guys should have to go out with the intention to kill. With this, Naruto immediately knows that this match is about teamwork. I mean, like, heck, Kurami actually told him that pretty much when he was actually inside his mother Kushina, pretty much right there, this whole exercise was about teamwork and things like that. So Naruto, obviously he knows it's about teamwork. As before this, Sakura could say anything, Kakashi immediately stops the match. And pretty much, stops the exam. As pretty much right there, heck, Sasuke and Sakura immediately just jumped into right there, like, the forest, hiding away from Kakashi, while Naruto just stood there. As there, Kakashi sees Naruto hasn't even moved, and he questions, well, why haven't you not moved? Kakashi, I'm not stupid like they are. Obviously, I know that this is actually a team-based battle, but trust me, I don't actually need them to pretty much get the bells off you. With this, before already Kakashi can even say anything, Naruto would raise his right hand, and immediately the ground will actually soon start to shake. And pretty much right there, a massive hole will form underneath Kakashi. And pretty much right there, Kakashi will fall in, and Naruto will close his hand, closing the hole, crushing Kakashi's clone. Immediately, Kakashi's clone will puff into smoke, and Kakashi right there, who was standing by a nearby tree, he received the memory of his clone, as he said, like, oh shit, he already took out my clone that quickly, I better go before. But immediately right there, golden chains will actually go and slap right there Kakashi right there at his face, knocking him out of his hiding spot. And there Kakashi right there would jump to his feet, and he sees Naruto standing there with his red eyes. As Naruto is just looking at Kakashi, he's like, huh, mongrel, do you really think you can actually escape from me? With this, Kakashi just sees like Naruto is actually really powerful, and immediately he was taking Naruto seriously now. Pretty much Kakashi went to hand signs, and pretty much he shouted out, what a style, what a dragon jutsu. As with this, Naruto already did the same, and he went through hand signs, even though Naruto didn't even need hand signs. With this, Naruto would say the same thing, what a style, what a dragon jutsu. And immediately right there, 2 water dragons will form. But right there, Kakashi Water Dragon was the original water dragon. But for Naruto, it was a golden color of water dragon. Kakashi seeing this, he was shocked about this, as immediately the 2 water dragons will clash. And pretty much Naruto was overpowering right there Kakashi. Kakashi seeing how powerful Naruto really is, and he was just shocked. And immediately right there, he started to take this battle seriously now. Pretty much right there, after Water Dragon dispersed, after Kakashi lost the battle, Kakashi immediately reveals his Sharingan. As immediately, Naruto seeing that, he actually just smirked. Huh, mongrel, do you really think right there your power of the Sharingan will actually have effect on me? As with this, Naruto will raise his right hand again. As immediately water would start forming up inside the air. And pretty much Kakashi was actually shocked. Naruto is controlling water without no hand signs or jutsus. And immediately Naruto will create right there like what? A golden water spear, and he will launch it at Kakashi. Kakashi seeing this, he will try to avoid it, but he will get impaled by some of them. And immediately right there, as he's actually getting impaled, golden chains will actually come underneath Kakashi, wrapping right there his lower body. And immediately Kakashi couldn't move, and pretty much Naruto, without even right there a second, will just launch a gut punch right there at Kakashi. Pretty much right there punching him into a tree, not before taking the bells. And Kakashi was pretty much right there like, bro, he just blew, like he just was knocked out actually. And pretty much we actually have a time skip for about right there 2 hours. As Kakashi was actually, as he was actually defeated by Naruto, as he got the bells pretty easily. With this right there, Sakura and Sasuke right there was quite surprised that Naruto actually got the bells, like first before even them. It hasn't even been right there about like what? Like 20 minutes yet, and he already got the bells. With this, Kakashi congratulates Naruto, and he acts like, who you gonna give the other bells to? With this, Naruto will actually just toss the belt to Sasuke and Sakura and saying like, yeah, I'm pretty much going back to the academy. Plus, my teammate will already just slowing me down. They're actually just nothing but just mongrels even. With this, Sasuke was like, wait, what did he just call me? Did he call me a mongrel? What's that? That's Kakashi, like, he doesn't even know Gilgamesh, man. Like, jeez. With this, Kakashi seeing that, he said like, oh, well, looks like all of you guys passed. As he actually explains the whole exercise of this like battle, like pretty much it was actually teamwork, as those who actually abandoned their orders, they're scum, but those who abandoned their friends, they're worse than scum. So they pass, as pretty much Team 7 end up being formed, as pretty much right there, like Naruto will actually end up going back home, as there once Naruto's home, you will see Kurami there making dinner, as Naruto will tell Kurami that pretty much right there, like he actually like passed and now he's actually a ninja. With this, Kurami will actually hug Naruto, and she will start right there petting his hair, saying that right there, I know you can actually do it. And she will actually give Naruto a kiss on the forehead. And pretty much, if you guys have not noticed, yes, Kurami is a girl in this, so yeah. And she was able to go to a human form after right there absorbing so much of Naruto's chakra, like heck. So yeah, pretty much that. As from there, about 2 weeks will actually pass. As pretty much right there, like Team 7 will end up going on missions, but not really that much. They'll end up doing some few chores and things like that. As for this, Naruto didn't even take part in all these chores actually. Why should I, a divine being, a god like myself, do petty chores? So Naruto didn't end up doing it actually. I mean, like heck, he used some of his jutsus just to do some of them, but he's not getting his hands dirty for some stupid chores. With this, after when they actually went to Hiruzen's office, and immediately right there, like heck, Sakura immediately demanded right there Hiruzen to get them a higher mission. That they're sick of right there, tired of these chores. With this, Hiruzen would think about this as like heck, he would sigh as he would just actually just go into his drawer and he would take out a paper. Well, I do have one mission for you. It's to guard a bridge builder named Tazna while he built his bridge. As he will call one of the Ambus right there to let Tazna in, as there, Tazna will come in stinky drunk, as pretty much right there, like heck, the Ambus will actually just escort him out, as Hiruzen told right there, Team 7 to get ready, that they should actually be at the front gate in about an hour. And so an hour would pass, and pretty much Team 7 will end up getting prepared. As for that, Naruto actually told Kurami to stay inside the village, as Kurami, like, after like hearing that Naruto was leaving the village, she wanted to go. But Naruto told her to stay to really learn about the village and act like a normal person around them, so they won't fear you and things like that. Kurami hated humans, like, she hated every human, especially the Uchihas, man. Even though there's no Uchihas, but still. She hated these people, how they use her as a weapon and things like that. The only person she cares about is Naruto, and that's literally it. But Naruto kept up persisting, as pretty much the Kurami gave in and saying that fine, I'll actually stay here. As with this, Naruto will actually give her a kiss on the cheek, as pretty much for the heck he will just leave. With that, Team 7 will actually make their way towards the gate, as there Kakashi and Tazna will soon join the group. As with that, they will just leave. About right there, 4 hours will pass until Kakashi would notice a puddle, and so would Naruto. As Kakashi stepped on the puddle, immediately right there, the demon brother will actually jump out of the puddle, and one will jump out of the bush, immediately trying to target Kakashi. And immediately he would just actually cut Kakashi down. Pretty much right there, Sasuke and Sakura seeing it, they were immediately shocked. And after right there, the demon brothers cut Sasuke down, they will rush towards right there, like Tazna and right there, Naruto's group. But Naruto right there with his quick movements, he will actually just go and actually claw the demon brothers right there, like what, chest, using right there like his golden right there chackra, as pretty much right there, he poisoned them with his 9-tailed chakra, pretty much poisoning them so they won't be able to move. With this, the demon brother was actually like contained, and pretty much right there, like heck, Team 7 was surprised that Kakashi actually died, but Naruto actually told them like, Kakashi is not dead, he's hiding inside the trees. You can come out now, mongrel. With this, Kakashi would jump out of the tree like, so you noticed me, Naruto? Huh, of course I noticed you, mongrel. How could I? Your chakra right there was leaking, and pretty much it was so obvious. With this right there, heck, Kakashi will actually see that the demon brother has been poisoned, as like heck, he will actually seal them inside the like scroll or whatever, and he would look them up inside the bingo book like, the demon brothers. Looks like I'm gonna get paid today. With Naruto like, hey, mongrel, don't you think really you can take my payment? I get for the half of it, seeing that I was the one who actually defeated them. With this, Kakashi will actually agree, and Sasuke cursed himself. Like, ow, Naruto was so quick, he couldn't even do anything. With this, they actually continue on their ways, and pretty much as they're actually walking, they will actually see right there some like mist surrounding them. And pretty much as they actually seen the mist, Kakashi immediately yells duck, and immediately everybody would duck besides from Naruto, and a giant blade would just start swinging towards them, towards Naruto even. And pretty much Naruto's like, mongrel. And pretty much then Naruto will actually just control the wind, and immediately the blade would just stop 1 inch in front of his face. Pretty much right there, like Naruto would just use the wind to fling it back. Zabuza will actually catch the blade, and right there, Zabuza will see like, how come my blade stopped in midair? Did he use some kind of jutsu or whatever? But whatever. And with this, Kakashi's like, Zabuza of the hidden mist. Kakashi Hatake, the copy ninja. I've been waiting for you. Look like the demon brothers actually failed. Looks like I actually can't trust them idiots. I'm gonna have to kill you myself, including the bridge builder. With this right there, heck, Kakashi told everybody to stand back, as like, the whole battle with Kakashi and Zabuza will play out similar, with Kakashi being trapped inside a water bubble. With this, like, heck, Naruto was like, mongrel right there doesn't even know when to listen. Looks like I have to actually show already these ninjas how this thing is actually done. With this, Naruto will create about right there, like what? 500 right there shadow clones. As right there, like Zabuza seeing this, he will create right there about like 20 water clones, and they will charge towards Naruto's 500 clones. And pretty much right there, heck, the like Zabuza clones, dude, they weren't even a match for Naruto, man. They easily got demolished right there. As pretty much the real Naruto was just charging towards Zabuza, and immediately Naruto will actually just create right there like what? He would just create a water right there, like shuriken, and he would throw it towards Zabuza. Zabuza sees it, he's like, wait, what? And he would actually dodge out of the way, avoiding Naruto's water shuriken, and pretty much like Kakashi would just be released from the jutsu. And pretty much right there, Naruto would just go and grab Zabuza's face, appear right behind him, and slam him all the way to the ground. With this, Naruto was actually like wrapping Zabuza in golden chains, and he was prepared to finish it. But right there, immediately Ice Spear will just launch towards Naruto. As right there, Naruto will actually just stop the Ice Spears with just his wind style. And Naruto said like, mongrel, show yourself right now. With this right there, Haku will actually show herself, and she will immediately charge towards Naruto again. With this, Naruto's like, mongrel doesn't even know their place. And immediately, like heck, Naruto will actually go, and he will just shout out, fire style, fireball jutsu, and immediately a golden fireball would shoot out from Naruto's mouth, and then pretty much right there aimed towards Haku. Haku will actually use her eyes to try to actually block it, but it was useless. Pretty much right there, the golden fireball would just hit Haku, incinerating her completely. Haku was actually just gone, just like it was nothing left. Zabuza seen that like, so I see right there he fulfilled his purpose very well. Naruto will walk up to Zabuza and pretty much he would say like, prepare to die, mongrel. And immediately Naruto would just charge up right there his golden chakra around his fist and claw right towards Zabuza's chest, killing him instantly. With this, everybody was just quite surprised that Naruto was able to kill two right there ninjas without breaking a sweat. Kakashi was immediately surprised by Naruto's right there performance. He was able right to stay calm in that situation and also kill over there like a rogue ninja, Zabuza. Pretty much right there stated to be an A-class ninja, man. Like, that's actually insane. With this, Naruto didn't even have time right there to actually pretty much waste around here. And pretty much he would just tell right there everybody to prepare themselves that he's gonna right there teleport all of them to the wave. And immediately Naruto will actually just like focus all his chakra. Like, dude, the place was just rumbling. And immediately Team 7 will actually teleport it to wave. Kakashi was immediately surprised by this, as like, heck, he didn't know Naruto was able to teleport anyone. Sasuke was immediately furious, as like he was like, how come right there how come he's able to do that? With this, like, heck, they will go into Tasuna's house, and pretty much there they will meet Tasuna's daughter there. As there right there, like Tasuna's like daughter will greet right there Team 7 and right there like and pretty much prepare food for them. And after actually pretty much eating, pretty much right there like, heck, Tasuna's like, I think it's his grandson or whatever, will just come into the room. And like I said, I'm gonna call this kid Yule. With this, Yule will say like, you guys right there should just leave right now. You can't defeat Gato. It's just a waste of time. With this right there, heck, Naruto would see this as he would say like, mongrel, who gave you permission to even talk? With this right there, the kid was like, mongrel? You really think I'm actually afraid of actually Gato? Right there, he sends Zabuza, or an A-class ninja. This actually Gato is just nothing but just a punk. A weakling right there person who just uses his money to actually buy things that he wants. You really think I, a supreme ninja like myself, will fall so low to right there, a lowly man dog? If you right there so afraid of this Gato guy, then you should just actually just leave this place. I've read a boy like you, or no, a boy who can't even protect his own family is actually nothing but just trash. Now get out of my sight, mongrel. With this, the kid will immediately start crying, and pretty much for the Sakura is like, Naruto, what the heck did you do? Cha! And she would proceed to throw a punch towards Naruto, and Naruto would literally just catch the punch, breaking Sakura's arm. Sakura will like cry in pain, and Naruto's like, mongrel, if you dare touch me one more time, I'll actually send you to the hospital. No, I'll do something worse than send you to the hospital. With this, Sakura was immediately scared by this, and pretty much the Kakashi would just say like, call it a day. And there, like, they will actually help Tazuna for the past right there 2 weeks actually, helping him build the bridge. As like Kakashi will actually teach Team 7 about tree walking and water walking. There, like, heck, Sasuke will be actually training hard, and pretty much right there trying to actually surpass Naruto. But like Naruto, like, heck, he was not taking his training seriously, man. I mean, Naruto knows tree walking, water walking with ease. I mean, like, this guy can control all elements, not really, like, he's capable of controlling all elements, but he doesn't know how to use all elements, because, like, heck, he only knows water and fire. So, yeah. So with this, like, heck, as we'll just time skip to the present, as right now, pretty much for the Team 7 would help him with their Tazuna, like, build the bridge, and pretty much for the Gato's men will actually soon show up. As for that, like, heck, you see, like, I see Zabuza has actually failed. How pathetic. Well, boys, kill everybody in this actually town, and leave the women and children here. They'll be quite useful to us, he would say right there with a lustful face. With this written, Naruto seeing this, he was like, mongrel, you actually dare to come into my presence? With this Naruto actually just look like what? He creates so much water spears right there without even him saying any jutsu with this. And with this, he creates so much water dragons. And Naruto just launched them at Goto's right there men, destroying them instantly. With this, Goto's men were completely annihilated. The only person left was actually Goto. With this, Goto was like, wait, please don't kill me. I'll give you money. I'll give you anything. With this, Naruto would pick up Goto, and with that, he would call out everyone from the town. And with this, everybody would just see Goto there and his men already dead. Pretty much, Naruto would say like, you mongrels right there should actually get your vengeance right now. This is the man who took everything away from you. Your children, your loved ones, your money, crops, food, everything. Your whole town is actually in ruins because of this mongrel, filthy dog. So if you want to actually avenge the people right there that actually suffered, you should kill him. With this, Naruto will throw him to the group of people there, and everybody will just get their like weapons right there, and they will brutally kill Goto, like stabbing him, killing him, ripping off his arms. And pretty much everybody there was just like taking all the frustration out on Goto. Even Tarzan there was like, he was stabbing him like, die. And pretty much like Kakashi like, wow. Let me notice not to get on Naruto's bad side. I'm pretty much sure that days will actually pass as like the bridge will be actually kind of finished, and it was as the bridge will actually end up being called the Great Naruto Bridge, as pretty much this further like irritated Sasuke, as right there like heck, no, like the villagers would thank Naruto and praise him right there, and pretty much Naruto would say like, you mongrels should have no reason to praise me, you should live your life at the fullest. With this like heck, T7 would make their way all the way back to the village. As with this, like heck, as they actually got back to the village, they will actually give the reports to Hiruzen. As Hiruzen right there immediately apologized to Team 7 for the mix-up, as they didn't even know it was actually like what, a S-rank mission. Well, kind of was actually an A-rank mission, but still whatever. As pretty much like heck, Kakashi would tell them about right there, the Demon Brothers, that like Hiruzen's like, oh, interesting at all, like heck. Double bonus here for Naruto and Kakashi. With this like heck, and with this Sasuke would say like, wait, what about me? And Naruto like, you mongrels, there's nothing. You guys were just dead weight to me. I actually handled that mission all by myself. So pretty much you don't get any payment. You were just there guarding Tarzan. That's all you were actually good for. But this is further irritated Sasuke, as pretty much like heck, we just actually, like, before they can leave, Hiruzen would tell them about the Chunin exam, that they will hand them papers. As they're there, like, heck, Naruto would read this and he would sign the paper with Sasuke and Sakura doing the same. As they're there, like, heck, Naruto will actually arrive home. As there, he would see where the Kurami is actually not home. With this, Naruto would track Kurami down and he figures where she was actually. With this, Naruto will go out, as he will actually go and make his way towards her there, like Ichiraku Ramen. As they're like heck, when Naruto got there, he will actually see Kurami there. She was just like enjoying herself. She was eating her there bowls after bowls of ramen, and she was she was actually on her there, her like what, like 80, like her like 82 bowls of ramen. As there, the ramen man was like, Jesus Christ, she can eat. With this, like Naruto, like, Kurami, you finally found my favorite spot. And with this, Kurami seeing Naruto there, she will immediately go and hug him right there, and in between her breasts. As then she was like, oh, right there, my sweet mate, I missed you. I was actually enjoying myself right there, eating this delicious food called ramen. I can understand why you like it so much. With this, right there, Naruto like, yes, it's pretty much good. How much ramen did she eat, old man? And with this, like, Ichiraku guy would say like, about like 82 bowls of ramen. Naruto's eyes were wide and like, wait, what? And yeah, it's right there, like, Kurami is like, don't worry, I already paid the guy. And with this, right there, like, heck, Naruto will order himself a bowl of ramen, and he will tell Kurami about right there, his experience, of course. With this, Ramen guy will realize right there, like, the relationship between Kurami and Naruto, and he actually asks what's their relationship about. Like, does Naruto know her? Because, like, heck, she's the talk of this whole village now. Like, every guy is just lusting over Kurami. With this, Naruto's like, oh yeah, Kurami is actually kind of my fiance. my mate actually. So the ramen guy and her daughter, his daughter was surprised. Like, wait, Naruto's going out with an older woman, and like, check, she's a freaking goddess, man. Like, she's sexy as hell. It's pretty much like there. Like Naruto, like, yeah, I know. I pretty much have right there the most beautiful right there, like, mate of all time. That's pretty much, we just actually time skip to about like 2 weeks. That's pretty much Naruto told Kurami about the Chunin exams, and pretty much there Kurami actually just started to actually focus Naruto on his training. And pretty much right there, they were actually trying to actually control the her pretty much chakra. I mean, like, heck, Naruto's able, like I said, Naruto's able to use the 5-tail cloak with ease. And this is Naruto when he's 14 years old, man. This is like Naruto's already OP. But now it is like, heck, during the 2 weeks, Naruto was trying to actually control it. He didn't really get that much effort in, but like, he actually did learn a few new jutsus. I mean, like, heck, Naruto did try to practice with the jutsu that he learned from the scroll of Season that he actually wrote down in paper, which was actually the wood style, the Rasengan, the flying Raijin, and yeah. So he tried to actually learn those in just 2 weeks, but heck, pretty much right there, like, the Chunin exam will actually begin, and pretty much Team 7 will make their way towards the actually exam, and then Naruto will see the genjutsu that's actually placed inside the room, and Naruto will like, huh, these mongrels think right now I'm so weak, huh? With this, Naruto will actually just break the genjutsu with ease. That's right there, everybody will be released from the genjutsu, and there Kunai will actually come in and say like, who released the genjutsu? And Naruto like, huh, so you mongrel actually put the genjutsu on me. Quite pathetic. It was super easy right there. With his Kurenai will actually congratulate Naruto as he would actually tell all of them to move on to the next exams. As pretty much everybody was quite surprised that Naruto was able to figure out the genjutsus. And then this further irritated Sasuke. Like, what the heck? Like, he went up to Naruto like, hey Naruto, leave this the next exams to me. I'm gonna figure this all out myself. I don't need help from a dope. As Naruto think Sasuke touching him, and he was like, you mongrels right there lay a finger on me. As we did, Naruto will actually send right there like his ki, like his chakra wave, sending Sasuke flying back. But then Sakura will see this like, Sasuke, and rush towards him. As pretty much like, heck, Naruto will make his way towards like the other exam, but Lee will actually stop Sasuke, like he would challenge Sasuke to a battle, as that would play out similar inside the anime. Nothing would really change. Sasuke would get himself demolished, furthering like humiliating himself now. As they will make their way towards the written part of the exam. As after they got there, I'm pretty much gonna time skip on that because that's pretty much rubbish. Naruto is smart. This guy is smart. This guy right there is so smart. Like, geez, like he aced that exam without even trying. As there, the ninja that was actually pretty much hosting the exam, he actually told them about the final question. And if one of them gets this wrong, they will pretty much all expelled from taking the ninja, like the Chunin exam again. So pretty much most like people there left, and they actually thought that they should be prepared for this. While we're there, like next time once they go in, they will be ready. But we're there, like they were like, heck, the people who left, like, heck, they just pretty much quit. So with it, the ninja there would say like, oh yeah, there was no final question. It was just a test to see if you guys were actually willing to stay here and like if you guys are true ninja for the next exams. So with this, Uncle will actually burst through right the window. And pretty much like the guy there, I don't remember his name, but he would say like, Uncle, we have doors for reasons. With this, Uncle would say like, that's so boring. I'm a ninja. And she would just tell everybody to meet her at the Forest of Death, and she would actually just like body flicker away. As there, everybody will make their way towards the Forest of Death, and Uncle will actually explain right there the rules in the Forest of Death, and that they have to get right there like a Heaven Scroll and an Earth Scroll. One team right there has a Heaven Scroll, and the other team has an Earth Scroll. So if your team has a Heaven Scroll, they have to get an Earth Scroll, and if you have an Earth Scroll, you have to get the Heaven Scroll. And Uncle made it perfectly clear that you are allowed to kill. With this, Team Gara will actually Gara there will actually kind of be laughing kind of like hysterically and like, mother will be so pleased. As there, Naruto will actually Kurami That's the one-tailed Jinchuriki, right? As Kurami will actually just like take on a spiritual form standing right next to Naruto, and she'll say like, it's not my brother Shikaku. It seemed right that he actually took control over that Gara guy. But just Naruto will say like, let's see how he actually does in this exam. I want to see his power. As that's actually the end of part 1. Now the last part we actually left off with pretty much right there like the Forest of Death arc, where Team 7 and all the other ninjas there were going through the Forest of Death, and also explaining right there that anybody can kill is allowed to kill the Forest of Death, that like pretty much they need to get a Heaven Scroll and the other team needs to get the Earth Scroll and things like that. So pretty much that was the part where we actually left off. As their Team 7 will make their way towards inside the Forest of Death, and immediately right there Naruto will just start strategizing. Pretty much like he can sense everybody's chakra, and like bro, they can't even conceal the chakra. It's just leaking out of them. Naruto can even sense it with ease. With this like Naruto will actually just like, you mongrels will just stay close to me. I can actually know where the other scrolls are. We only just need an Earth Scroll, so pretty much for today I know where to get one. So you stick with me, and you will actually pass this exam. With this, Sasuke will get irritated by Naruto, like, who do you think right there you're able to tell me what to do? Right there, I'm an elite Uchiha. Right there, I don't need to take orders from a dope like you. And he would just leave, go in his own direction. And Sakura was like, Sasuke, wait up for me. And right there, like, she would just follow Sasuke. As there and Naruto like, these mongrels right there don't know how to listen, Kurami. Please. Why ask me again why am I actually put on a team with these right there like mongrels? I can actually just pretty much right there go on ninja mission by myself. With this, Kurami would say like, at this point you should just actually kill them. I mean, nobody will actually notice. With this, Naruto would say like, that's true, but truth be told, I actually would not. If I really want to become Hokage, I actually need to actually make it these mongrels realize that I'm pretty much a supreme deity. As pretty much for that Kurami is like, oh my god. Fine, have it your way. Then as Naruto will actually just like make his way towards right there like what? The other like teammates, like the other right there like what ninjas that he can actually sense. As pretty much right there like Naruto will actually target right there one random ninja, and he would just be as Naruto will easily right there like knock them all out, and pretty much right there taking right there the Earth Scroll. And pretty much Naruto like that was super easy, as like he will realize that like Sasuke and Sakura had gone off by themselves, like they haven't even came back. With this Naruto was silent like, these mongrels right there are just basically useless. With this, Naruto will actually just sense their chakra, he would just go to their location. With this, like, we'll go into Sasuke and Sakura. Right there, they were battling right there, a giant snake there. As pretty much right there, Sakura was so injured that she was not able to walk. Sasuke right there had a broken arm, and he was actually just covered in blood. As there right there, Orochimaru will actually use his snake summoning to pretty much right there, like, give Sasuke, like, the snake bite, like, the curse mark, of course. As right there, like, he was just beaten down right there on like Sasuke and Sakura, as pretty much as Sasuke was not able to move anymore, he would just actually collapse. There's Orochimaru was like, perfect, I finally got to Uchiha. Now all I have to do is just actually take his body. But first, let me dispose of this actually trash bag, of course. As she would actually just order for his summon to pretty much eat Sakura if he really wanted to, as like the snake will actually charge to Sakura trying to eat her, but immediately right there the snake will be cut up into pieces with just right there a gust of wind so fast. With this, the summon will just poof into smoke, and Orochimaru like, what? With this, Naruto will say like, mongrel. And with this right there, Orochimaru will look up inside a tree to see Naruto. Who are you? Oh, wait, you're with them. Quite reckless right there, leaving your teammates by themselves, huh? With this, Naruto was like, you mongrel right there think I'm actually that weak and pathetic, huh? And right there, I can actually tell from you, you're not even a woman. You're over there just in another body. That's so disgusting. And with that, you should perish, mongrel! With this Naruto actually just create right there, just loads of actually like what, right there like what, golems. And there it would just start charging towards Orochimaru. With this Orochimaru would dodge the Earth Golem, but right there immediately one of the immediately Orochimaru would just start sinking into the ground, and he's like, what's going on? And immediately Naruto mongrel. Has he not actually realized I can actually control right there the Earth as well? With this right there, Orochimaru was just sinking into the ground, and pretty much the golem would just surround Orochimaru, and they will give him a gruesome beating, one after another, just punching the living crap out of him, beating him up to a bloody pulp. And this Orochimaru would turn himself into a snake just to get away. But right then Naruto was just like, you mongrel won't get away from me. With this, Naruto would actually just put his hands up into the air, and pretty much lightning would just start sparking, like red lightning. And Naruto was like, lightning style, death lightning. With this, Naruto would just go and slam the lightning all the way to the ground. And right, the lightning was just coursing all the way into right there, the Earth's core. And there, this actually fried Orochimaru right there to the corpse. And pretty much there, Orochimaru will actually jump out from the ground. And there, he wasn't able to move. This guy was completely right there at death's door, completely next to death's door. And he said like, I can't die yet. With this, Naruto mongrel, you should actually have right there my gratitude that I'm not gonna kill you, seeing that you're gonna have to get killed by actually some other ninjas or the beast inside this forest. So you should be grateful, you mongrel. With this, Naruto will actually just he would just actually literally use the wind to pick out Sasuke and Sakura, because he was not gonna use his golden chains on them. Why would he use his divine Kicking Genkai for those lower beings? With this, Naruto will actually just teleport all the way to the end of the exam. And there, Naruto would actually just open right there the two scrolls, and there right there Iruka will actually pop out. As right there, Iruka would see right there Sasuke and Sakura unconscious, and he asks what happened. Naruto would say these mongrels right there caught themselves into trouble, and I had to actually help them out. With this, Iruka will actually tell Naruto that his team basically passed, that he will take Sasuke and Sakura to the hospital to rest up. And then as he did so, Naruto will basically be the first one to finish it actually. And then Naruto will actually just go home and right there spending time with Kurami, and there he will also start training himself for the next exam that will be in actually 3 days. And there 3 days will actually pass until they will actually be at the final, well, not really the final, but pretty much right there the third stage of the Chunin exams. As there the proctor there will actually explain the rules of this Chunin exam. There will be a one-on-one battle, and pretty much right there one person has to win to get through to the final round and things like that. And pretty much right there heck, everybody the match will play out similar. Everybody will go and take their turns and things like that. As pretty much right there, the match between right there Kiba and Naruto will actually take place, and then Kiba finally, and he will make his way towards right there the floor, the arena, and then he will say come on, fight me, Naruto. I'll show you right there who's the true man dog here. With this right there, Naruto would just close his eyes. He wasn't even paying attention. As he said you mongrel, you think right there you can actually defeat me? With this, Naruto will disappear right in front of Kiba. Kiba will immediately jump back, and he was not actually expecting Naruto to move that quickly. Did he just teleport? With this, also Jonin Sensei was immediately just interested in this battle. They heard reports on how Naruto easily was able to defeat the Demon Brothers and Zabuza, which was ranked an A-class ninja. So they were pretty much interested in this battle to see right there Naruto, even Hiruzen even. With this, the proctor will actually announce the match, as there right there Kiba right there with Orochimaru will start charging towards Naruto. Naruto will put his hand inside his pocket you mongrel, right there, really think you can defeat me? With this heck, Kiba will immediately stop in in his place, and he's as he says wait, what's going on? And pretty much Naruto's you mongrel don't know that I can pretty much right there control the air. I pretty much stopped you from pretty much moving. With this right there Kiba will start floating up inside the air, and with this Naruto will just slam Kiba down to the ground. With this right there heck, Kiba will cry out in pain, but not really that much. And he would just straight there like get on all and down on fours. And he would just like take a beast formation. And right there like heck. And pretty much Akamaru would just transform him into Kiba. As they're like heck, they will actually do right there the signature move right there, primary lotus. No wait, I think it was like Wolfang's fist. I can't remember the move right there. But still, that's twirling right there, cyclone tornado, whatever. Oh no, Fang over Fang, yes, Fang over Fang. With this, like heck, Naruto will actually dodge most of their attacks, and he will pretty much kind of get damaged from it, but he will heal up really quickly. Naruto's regeneration is insane. With this, Naruto like, huh? So you mongrels right there want to actually play with fire, huh? Seeing that right there is 2 against 1, I'll add in right there my own little element myself. With this, like heck, Naruto will just bite his thumb, and he will go through hand signs, and Naruto will say like, summoning jutsu, with just a poof of smoke, a giant, well not really a giant, but a beautiful white-haired girl with actually fox ears, and pretty much right there like what, 4 right there like what, fox tails, wearing right there like a white yukata there, with pretty much blue eyes and whiskers. There, everybody's seeing this woman like, whoa, damn, bro, she's sexy as hell. Like, bro, every guy there was lusting over this beautiful woman. And they act like, wait, what is she? Like, I can see like 4 foxtails. Like, wait, is this actually a summon? Wait, this is when the Naruto have a summon. And pretty much right there, like, heck, the fox there will actually say like, how may I help you right there, like, Lord Naruto? With this, Naruto will say like, Yuki, it's actually a pleasure to meet you again. I would actually thought that it may be actually quite fun for you to fight with me. You see that actually filthy mongrel over there? And then Yuki will just look towards her left like to see Kiba and Akamaru. Oh, I can see what you're talking about. They laid their hands on my master? How dare they? With this right there like heck, she would just tell Naruto like don't worry, I'll handle this. With this, Naruto like, no, Yuki, I was wondering if you would like to fight with me on this one. With this, Yuki will immediately smile like, as you wish, master. I will actually pretty much hold back, seeing that if I go full force, I might actually kill him. With this, Naruto will agree, as pretty much right that the 2 of them will take that battle stance. Now, everybody in the arena like, yo, they were now interested. Like, number one, they didn't know Naruto had a summoning jutsu. As pretty much right there like, heck, the people there ask like what's really worth that, like Sasuke, Sakura, like Ino, Shikamaru, Choji, right there, Hinata, and right there like Shinon, and even also Team Gaara. They act like, wait, what did he just do? As pretty much right there, their sensei would tell like, oh yeah, that's a summoning jutsu that it pretty much right there gives you aid in battle. As like they'll actually question like, wait, how come? Wait, and they actually the Jonin told them that it's actually quite rare to have a summoning jutsu. And right there, the people there, like, well, from the rookie team right there, like, pretty much act like, wait, how come Naruto has a summoning jutsu? And this actually kind of piqued their curious. How come Naruto has his own summoning jutsu? I'm like, heck, and his summoning jutsu is able to summon right there sexy fox lady. Like, bro. I mean, like, heck, they're down for it. But now they're interested in this battle. And we go on to the fight. Like, pretty much with fast movement, Naruto and Yuki will appear right beside her there, like Kiba and Akamaru. And 2 of them will together launch their kick towards their face, sending them flying back. But it wasn't even over there. The 2 of them will appear right behind them, kicking them at the back, throwing them up into the air. And there, 2 of them will appear and like up there again. And then the 2 of them will actually do that downward, barrage kick. Pretty much right there, sending them into the ground, paling them. And there will pretty much be a large crater there. But Naruto and Yuki was not done. And the 2 of them right there will shout out right there like jutsus. And right there, Naruto will say like, fire style, fuck flame jutsu. And right there, Yuki will also say the same thing as well. As 2 right there like blue fireball, fox fireballs will just shoot down towards right there like Kiba and Akamaru, completely exploding right there. As there, when the dust cloud settled, they will see right there Kiba and Akamaru just burn down into a crypt. They were not able to move. They were like completely like knocked out. As they're like what? The proctor would check Kiba and Akamaru that they have been knocked out, calling Naruto the winner of the match. As they're like heck, everybody there was so surprised by Naruto's teamwork. Like, yo, this girl like just appeared out of nowhere, and like bro, she just demolished Kiba. As there like Yuki would actually just bow her head, telling her that Naruto had been fun fighting with her, and then she would actually deliver a kiss towards Naruto's lip. And then this actually shocked every girl. They're like, wait, what? Like, whoa. And like Sasuke was so jealous. Like, wait, how come he has a girlfriend and I don't? And she's sexy as hell. She should belong to me. I'm an elite Uchiha. With this, Sasuke would just be now irritated by Naruto. Like, dude, he just wants to surpass Naruto. As that, just like he just felt like Naruto was just showing off, which heck he is, man. With this, like, heck, Naruto, like, Yuki would just actually disperse, and Naruto would make his way towards his teammates. As there, Iruka would congratulate Naruto for his win, and like, he acts like about like, who's that girl? And like, Naruto would say like, you mongrels have no right to even ask that. With this, like, he would just send killer attention towards Kakashi, and like, Kakashi knows not to get on Naruto's bad side, and he would just shut up. As they're like what, the match will continue, as everything will play out similar inside the anime. As with Gaara and like what, Rock Lee will play out similar. As there, Gaara will be announced the winner of the match. As pretty much they're like heck, the proctor will call down the people who won the match. As there, he will just explain to them that they will pretty much have a month to train up for the final exam. And pretty much that like it will be taking place inside the Leaf Village. That everybody should be prepared. Now with this, like everybody would just leave and go to their respective village or whatever they came from. As there, Naruto was actually, before he can even leave, Naruto was actually like what, stopped by Hiruzen. Now Naruto, he kind of has a little bit of respect for Hiruzen. The scene that like heck, and this guy or that like he's fun to talk to, of course. With this reason, like, hey, Naruto, I'd like to talk to you for a second. With this Naruto, like, what is it, old man? And with this reason was like, I would like to actually, like, give you, like, something, like, I would like to give you advice, like, something that will actually help you on your training, of course. And with this Naruto, like, what advice? Well, this is person, my own student. His name is called Jiraiya. And pretty much right there, like, heck, he's a great teacher, so I think right there he'll be great for you even. And I think he might be willing to help you. Which is Naruto would think about this, like, I don't have time right there for that mongrel or whatever, man. He probably is not that strong. As with this right there, like, pretty much Hiruzen would say like, oh, he's also right there your godfather. With this Naruto would be curious, like, okay, fine. I'll meet right there this old right there, like, Jiraiya. And pretty much Naruto would leave and just right there like a body flicker, leaving right there a pile of leaf there. With this, Naruto will actually just like search around for this Jiraiya guy. It's like he actually completely forgot. He didn't even ask Hiruzen what this guy looks like or anything. As Naruto was just looking around for Jiraiya, he would see right there like an old man peeping on girls. And Naruto, there's one thing he actually hates. It's perverts, man. With this, Naruto like, hey, mongrel, what do you think you're doing there? With this, every girl that like the girls inside the bathroom will actually just see Jiraiya, and they would just start throwing their things at him. Like Jiraiya would just fall down as like face forward at Naruto. As they're like heck, Jiraiya will actually like, hey kid, what was the big idea? I was doing my research. With this, Naruto like, huh, you mongrel have no right. With this, Jiraiya like, how dare you call me that? I'm the great Jiraiya the Toe Sage. With this, like, heck, Naruto will realize, like, oh, so this is Jiraiya. As Naruto, like, oh, so you are actually the old man Hiruzen told me about. I read that Jiraiya, like, oh, so the old man told you who I am. So you must be, oh, as Naruto was like, yep, I'm your godson, whatever you want to call it, mongrel. And with this, like, heck, Jiraiya like, oh, interesting. But first, I cannot take you as my student. And Naruto was actually saying like, I didn't want you as my as your student or sensei. I just want you ready to train me, Magro, if that will be possible. With this right there, like heck, Jiraiya was like, hey. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to take a pause there. But literally, Jiraiya was saying like, yeah, I will not take you as my student unless like you like find me something like, you know, like curvy and things like that, like a giant melon. And Naruto like this mongrel right there, just slowly. How dare he actually say that in front of me? Kurami, do you actually believe that this fool is my godfather? And Kurami is like, yeah, nah. I'm actually quite surprised too. With this Naruto with Sai, like, you mongrel right there, you better actually start training me right now, or less right there, I'm gonna have to right there, give you the punishment that you deserve. Oh yeah? And what's that? Naruto would literally take out right there, like, his Ichi Paradise book, his research actually, and right there Naruto just had right there like a golden fire, like his hands was actually golden fire. And pretty much right there, Jiraiya seen this like, wait, please don't. Oh, so if I burn this mongrel, you won't train me, or like pick one, your research or my training. Okay, fine, you win. I'll train you. With this, Naruto would just hand back his notebook. With this, Jiraiya was like, my precious. That's right there. We just time skip to about a month actually. For right there, like during this 1 month, bro, like Jiraiya like started to teach Naruto water walking, but Naruto told him he's already good at water walking. Then like heck, Jiraiya actually like taught him like some few taijutsus, but Naruto defeated Jiraiya in taijutsus, like literally. His fox style is literally way too fast, strong, and OP. With this, Jiraiya was actually thinking like, should he, like, I guess he's gonna have to bring out the big gun, so he actually taught Naruto the Rasengan. Naruto was quite interesting. He saw the Rasengan and Scroll of Feeling, and he did try to practice doing it, but right there he didn't have the research or the equipment for him to do it. So Jiraiya took him step by step. First with actually the water ball, then after the rubber ball, and then after that with chakra. So yeah, the rubber ball, Naruto, it was actually quite easy for Naruto. Like the balloon destroyed, the rubber ball destroyed. Then after that, Naruto actually got a grasp on it just in just 2 days actually. 2 days he already kind of learned the Rasengan, not master it, but still he was able to learn it, and he was actually able to spam it right there so much without getting himself tired. And Jiraiya realized that Naruto has a really high chakra course, and like heck, of course, I mean he has infinite amount of chakra, so it would be natural. So pretty much right there, like the rest of the 1 month was just basically right there like heck, just training in taijutsu battle and like chakra control. With this, Jiraiya did try to give Naruto right there the Toe Summoning contract, which Naruto like heck, he did not actually accept. I mean like he has a fox summoning already, which he actually kind of did show Jiraiya, and Jiraiya was quite surprised by Naruto summon after he summoned right there the fox lady. Like yo, Jiraiya was all on that, but heck, she gave him right there like the beating that Jiraiya deserves, Yuki. So that's pretty much the end of the 1 month, as like we go on to the final part of the Chunin exams, as pretty much right there, like once they actually got there, Naruto was he was quite excited there. They're pretty much right there like the Kazekage, from the sand. It's pretty much right there, everybody was just there, like, waiting for the match to begin. Everybody from the Hidden Leaf was basically there, and, like, from different villages, too. It's pretty much right there, like, heck, the proctor will actually call the first matchup to be pretty much right there, like, heck, Naruto versus Neji, as, like, the crowd was literally just excited for this battle. They have right there, like, the Hyuga prodigy, Neji, right there, like face off against Naruto, the demon of the Hidden Leaf. Pretty much everybody was actually quite interested in this battle, as pretty much right there, like everybody was just rooting right there for Neji. As once they actually got themselves into the arena, the proctor right there, like will actually begin the match. It's pretty much the Neji was actually going on about Destiny this, Destiny that, Destiny this and that. Okay, I'm sorry. I just wanted to do that, but still, as like he would just tell Naruto to give up that like this, like it was his destiny to win this, as pretty much that Destiny foretold him that he would lose, and pretty much that Destiny decides everything. With this, Naruto will hear about this like Destiny bullcrap, and like Naruto like, how dare you mongrel right there, call right there my destiny like that. You right there like decide my destiny? Fine! With this, Naruto will actually, he was mad about this, like what Neji actually just said. That destiny crap, that load of bullcrap, destiny? Like, come on, that ain't destiny, that's bullcrap that he just heard. But this Naruto would just be so angry that Naruto literally just started right there charging up lightning in his left hand. Immediately blue and red lightning started mixing together. The sky went dark, and everybody was seeing this like, what's going on? Naruto would strike lightning would strike Naruto's body, as Naruto's whole body was covered in electricity. And right there, like, Neji seeing it, he was quite terrified. What was his power? He didn't see any jutsus, of course. With this right there, Naruto will actually just like rush towards Neji. Right there, but like he was so mad, as Naruto yells out, lightning style, dead lightning strike. With this, Naruto would just fly past Neji with just blinding speed. Right there, God, he was actually just standing right behind him. Neji's eyes would just widen, and he would just see that he's actually like what, lower body had not really like had just been right there completely demolished. There was a hole right through his gut, and with this, like Neji just falls down, literally just collapse. Like, bro, that guy lost a lot of blood. That was Naruto even holding back. Everybody saw that and they were like, wait, what? Naruto defeated the proud Hyuga Neji? And they're like, heck, they were quite surprised actually. They never saw a jutsu like that. And pretty much they're like, heck, the Kazekage was actually just, Hiruzen, was actually quite surprised about this. Like, he knew Naruto was actually strong, but he didn't know he was this strong. As right there, like the Kazekage, like Orochimaru, was actually just like, is this so, interesting. And they're pretty much right there, like what, the proctor will go check, like immediately medical ninja will go, as like they will take Neji away for him to be healed. As they're like, heck, Naruto will make his way towards the ring, like where everybody was staying at. Pretty much right there, the proctor will call out the next match to be right there, like what, Sasuke Uchiha versus like what, Gaara. Like they will realize the Sasuke Uchiha is not here, so literally they kind of really held the match backwards. So they will call the next match to be pretty much Shikamaru Tamari, as like that thing plays out similar, of course. And there it was actually pretty much right there, like heck, it was pretty much Kankuro versus right there one other ninja. Now Kankuro, he didn't want to use his puppets, so he pretty much forfeits the match. And there they actually lastly called Sasuke Uchiha to come out, as pretty much right there, like heck, by just a smoothing powder leave, Kakashi will arrive with Sasuke. And pretty much the proctor of the match will say like, you're late. Sorry, we got a little bit sidetracked on training. You just right there like, heck, Naruto was seeing right there, like what, Sasuke, and he said like, so that mongrel actually did kind of grow in power a little. It won't be enough to defeat Gaara. With this, like, heck, the match between right there, Gaara will commence, and I'm not gonna go into details in that fight. That fight plays out really similar in this one, but like Sasuke was able to put up a decent fight. But right there, Gaara will actually end up right there, like, heck, pretty much right there quitting the match. As right there, he will end up like leaving right there, like the arena, as like Sasuke would chase after him. And there, pretty much right there, like the invasion will actually just happen. Immediately right there, like what, like I think it was the grass or the sand, would pretty much right there put right there a sleeping right there genjutsu on everybody inside the arena. But the one who was not affected was pretty much the Jonins and pretty much Naruto, as like pretty much Orochimaru would just reveal himself right there, like, I'll come to right there destroy the Hidden Leaf Village. And right there, Hiruzen's like, Orochimaru, I should have known. And with this, a barrier being placed around right there, like what? Hiruzen and pretty much right there Orochimaru. And there right there, like heck, we pretty much go on to where like the whole village was being under attack right there, where Naruto was just seeing this like, oh my god, how dare these Mongols right there invade right there, this my hometown. My god, with this Naruto will actually create right there over right there like what, 100 million shadow clones there. And pretty much right there like Naruto's clones will dispatch of the invasion and the people right there who's invading Kohan. And pretty much right there like heck, Kurami told Naruto, the real one, to go and see right there like what, no, pretty much right there like Shikaku, yeah. And pretty much she wants to have a talk with him. Because right there, literally Kurami was actually kind of pissed now. Because number one, after this right there, like what? Like Tsunezam, Naruto and Kurami was supposed to go on a date. But now this, oh boy, she was gonna give her brother that earful for this. With this, Naruto will actually like teleport to the scene where they're like what? Pretty much Sasuke got his ass right there, pretty much handed to him as he went into his Shikaku state. Pretty much right there like heck, Naruto was about to actually like what go right there and use right there his tail cloak, but Kurami told him right just to stop, that she will actually take care of this. With this, Naruto will say like fine, and Naruto will go through hand signs and he will say like release, and immediately a puff of smoke will happen, and pretty much we will see right there like Kurami is a nine tails there, and right there she will just be yelling at Shikaku right there to very much right there stop this. That he pretty much ruined her date with her actually mate. Then Shikaku was like, wait, surprised, like wait, wasn't she like, she hated everyone, like she never cared about a relationship and anything, and she was on a date? With this, he was caught off guard by actually like what, Kurami just pouncing on him right there and pretty much right there like destroying him, like literally destroying him. Like Shikaku had nothing, like he couldn't even defend himself against right there like what, Kurami. As there right there Kurami ends up right there like what, really like what, unsealing, well kind of right there like what, making Shikaku go back into Gaara. And then when Gaara right there turned back to normal, Naruto actually like what, did some hand signs and he actually just said like seal. And they're tightening Gaara's seal for him to be able to have a good night's sleep even. So pretty much like heck, pretty much Tamari and Kankuro will go to Gaara. There Naruto will actually wrap them in golden chains actually. Seeing that right there like, you are actually the enemy and you are actually behind this. So pretty much I'm gonna take you into custody. With this, heck, Naruto will just knock them out. That's pretty much sure they're tying them straight there to one nearby tree so they won't actually escape. And there, Naruto's clone will just be like, bro, I'm saying this, man. Naruto's clone will be easily able to handle all of this. Like literally, like they will be actually just like folding the invasion people already who are attacking Konoha. And pretty much right there, yeah, man, they were pretty much running away. They were actually, some of them were even retreating. And there, pretty much right there, Naruto was actually like the real one, was actually going to see how Hiruzen was pretty much doing, as the last time he checked, he was actually still at the arena place. As pretty much when Naruto got there, he sees right there like what, a barrier had just been placed around them. Naruto seeing this, like he was like, these Mongols are basically pathetic, using right there barriers for that was actually made from the Uzumaki. How right there ridiculous, and they should not even have that. With this, Naruto will absorb the barrier, and pretty much right there, Naruto will be able to get in. Pretty much Orochimaru will see right there the barrier that's been taken down, and he will see Naruto walking towards him with his blood red eyes. He's right there like what, golden chakra flowing in the air, crazy. And then Orochimaru kind of felt scared, and immediately he just started like, I have to use it. With this, he would go through hand signs. And with this, Orochimaru will say like, reanimation jutsu. And immediately about like what, 3 coffins will actually pop up, showing right there the 1st, 2nd, and the 4th Hokage. There, pretty much right there like what, Hiruzen was actually quite surprised seeing the 1st and 2nd, and actually just like 4th even. Then also seeing the 4th, he was like, wait, that can't be. And like heck, he would have seen his father there. As pretty much right there, like heck, before the reanimation could even say anything, Orochimaru put them under his control. They started to attack right there Hiruzen, and pretty much right there Naruto. And then Naruto Hiruzen, mongrel, you better right there don't actually slow me down. With this Hiruzen's I'm gonna be trusting you on this one, Naruto. With this right there, the two of them will actually go and actually gauge the first, second, and actually a fourth Hokage. And pretty much right there, Hiruzen was taking on right there the fourth Hokage, while Naruto was taking on the first and second. And pretty much right there, the first was for a kid, you're really strong. As right there, Naruto was saying huh, so you're the first Hokage, Hashirama. You mongrel, I actually have respect for you. So I'll tell you my name. My name is Naruto Uzumaki. With this Hiruzen, Hashirama will say Uzumaki, huh? I can see right there the clan is doing well. With this heck, Naruto was indeed. But you shouldn't right there let your guard down, especially against me. With this, Naruto will actually just go and he will shoot right there his foxfire towards Hiruzen. Not Hashirama, and also right there Tobirama. As there right there Tobirama will go to hand side, summoning right there a giant water dragon. But seeing as there's no water nearby, he has to use his chakra. With his Naruto just flies how pathetic, mongrel. With his Naruto will easily create his own water dragon, about 10 of them actually standing right behind his back and shooting towards the Tobirama, instantly draining him in water. As then Naruto will rush towards him, as he will actually just go and actually stick his hand, stick his hand right through Tobirama's chest, as Naruto will say reverse sealing. As there the Tobirama will actually be free from Orochimaru's seal, as immediately going back to rest. As there Naruto will do the same with Hashirama, as they're being unsealed. And pretty much the Hiruzen was face off against the fourth Hokage, but as pretty much Minato was about to actually stab Hiruzen right inside the chest right there with his actually flying Raijin kunai, but immediately Naruto would just wrap Minato in golden chains, and pretty much right there heck, not being able to move. With this, Naruto was huh, so you're the fourth Hokage, you're my father, aren't you? With this, Minato would actually just look at Naruto he said Naruto. And right then Naruto was what else? Who who do you think it is, mongrel? As right there, Minato was chuckle I am actually so glad I actually got to see you. You've grown so big. I'm sorry I was not actually in your life. It must have been hard. With this, Naruto was yeah, I am. It was, but I pretty much right there have somebody guarding me right now, so it's not really that bad. But still, I don't want to keep you here for long, and I wish to talk to you more, but I'm pretty sure Mom would like to see you again. She'd be quite worried about you. And yeah, with this, Naruto will actually undo the sealing and pretty much right there, making Minato go back to rest. Orochimaru thinking that he was screwed now. And pretty much right there, he tried to escape, but Naruto literally wrapped him in golden chains. He was not able to escape. With this, it started to absorb Orochimaru's chakra, and there, Naruto was that's it, I pretty much have enough of you. With this, Naruto will actually take one step, and immediately right there, he was covered in actually dark red chakra. With this, Naruto will instantly go into his five-tailed cloak, immediately right there, shaking this whole village. With just his presence alone, going into his five-tailed cloak, shook, sent shivers down everybody's spines. And immediately right there, Orochimaru sees that he's screwed now. He's so screwed. With this, Naruto immediately started to charge up a tail beast bomb. Orochimaru tried to get free, but it was literally impossible. He was stuck. He was not actually going anywhere. It was restricting his movements. With this, Naruto kept on powering up the tail beast bomb, and immediately right there shooting it towards Orochimaru. Orochimaru knows this is the end. He braced himself. As immediately right there, the tail beast bomb right towards Orochimaru, as he just literally exploded right there. And pretty much the explosion was so huge that everybody from Konoha could actually see it, man. Everybody from Konoha. And pretty much right there, that's actually the end of part 3. Now, the last part we left off was basically right there, like Naruto going into his 5 tails cloak, and immediately right there incinerating right there Orochimaru. And pretty much the whole, like the explosion right there was so big, everybody right there for Konoha right there can actually see it. So yeah, that was the last part we actually left off. After right there, the blast actually, after Naruto shot that blast, there was immediately right there a huge shockwave that actually sent right there, like that went all over the Kohan. As pretty much right there, like heck, when the explosion dialed down, right there, like heck, you see Hiruzen that's pretty much right there taking cover from a nearby right there, like what, building that's pretty much right there was not destroyed yet. And right there, he will actually just see the massive right there crater that was actually created by Naruto. And there was actually nothing left right there from Orochimaru. Everything had been incinerated, but that's not the only thing. Hiruzen would see Naruto in just his 5-tailed cloak, and immediately he was just worried that Naruto lost control as he might actually destroy the whole Red Leaf Village. As there, he was actually quite sad that pretty much he might have to even put his actually like grandson down. But immediately to his surprise, Naruto will actually revert back to his normal state. It's pretty much right to his actually like golden hair, like yellow hair, and pretty much red eyes. As there, Naruto was sighing like, well, looks like I actually got another one down. With this, Hiruzen will actually immediately just rush towards Naruto, and he will be checking him like, Naruto, are you alright? And with this right there, Naruto like, no need to worry for me, Mongro, old man. I'm pretty much good. I took care of the threat. And pretty much right there, like heck, Hiruzen was quite really surprised by Naruto's sheer power alone. He controlled right there the tail, the 9 tails power. Like, was he actually trying to actually control it by himself? With this, like, heck, Naruto will actually tell Hiruzen that pretty much right there they should help around right there, the village, and to see if there's any right there, casualties or any injured there. As pretty much right there, Naruto and Hiruzen will actually go as to check if there's any more of the people who was invading the place. As heck, Naruto easily drove them all out with just his shadow clones. They invaded the people who invaded right there, the Leaf Village. They weren't able really to even destroy one of Naruto's clones, not in the slightest. Naruto clone literally destroyed every right there one there that was actually right there destroying the Leaf Village. And then they pretty much right there ran them, Naruto ran them out from right there the Leaf Village. As there, heck, Naruto will release a genjutsu that was actually placed inside the arena. As there, heck, everybody will see the destruction that pretty much happened. It wasn't really that big, but they will actually see the destruction that Naruto caused when he does his tail beast bomb. As there, pretty much everybody was actually quite grateful for it. No one really was hurt. There was actually just about 5 actually died, which was only just Chunin level ninjas that just died. But heck, it wasn't really that much of a big casualty. But so yeah, with this, the whole Red Leaf Village will actually go into repair. But thanks to Naruto's right there godly chakra man, with his help with his shadow clones, he actually repaired the village by mostly by himself. He used stuff to pretty much right there make some of the buildings, the roads, everything. Naruto basically just helped with the construction. As there, we will just time skip all the way right there to right there the council room. As there, pretty much right there the clan heads and right there the Hokage Hiruzen and pretty much the council was there. They were actually pretty much right there talking about right there who will be actually ranked Chunin. And there, they will actually immediately just call out to be right there Naruto Uzumaki should be actually Chunin level. And with this, most of the people actually agreed there, but besides from Danzo. As right there, heck, Danzo explained that how Naruto went into his 9 tails power, that he actually made destroy a great portion of the hidden leaf. That he pretty much stated that Naruto Uzumaki is too dangerous, that he should be left in his hands. Wanted to make Naruto a weapon. With this, Hiruzen will actually deny, saying that Naruto already helped with the evasion and things like that. That he was the one who actually drove back right there, and the people who was attacking. And also, he also handled the 1 tail Shikaku all by himself. and not just that, he also eliminated Orochimaru, which was stated to be a double S rogue ninja. With this, most of the like clan heads will actually agree, saying that like Naruto actually does deserve to be tuning level, and this actually further angered Danzo, as there it'll be actually enough that Naruto will be tuning level. Heck nah, Hiruzen was like, nah, you know what, tuning level is a little bit too low. I mean, like, we should actually at least put him right at Genin level. Like, yeah, and like, no, Jonin. Yeah, sorry, Jonin. So yeah, as pretty much right, the people there was actually considering. I mean, like, he took on right that A class ninja. He killed a double S rank ninja. He right there easily handled right there like what pretty much right the evasion. So they were actually thinking about it yet, but they actually thought that it might be too soon. I mean, like a 14-year-old, like a Jonin. I mean, it would actually inspire some of the youngster ninja to try harder. So with this, they will actually change it to Naruto being a Jonin, and with this, like heck, being the end of the meeting. And there, we will actually time skip all the way to Naruto. That's pretty much there. Naruto was actually just pretty much repairing the village, as pretty much he was actually stopped by actually pretty much Jiraiya, who actually came. With this, like heck, and Jiraiya will actually explain to Naruto that they're pretty much going on a trip, that Hiruzen gave him right there like what? Orders to pretty much bring back right there someone called like what? Lady Tsunade, as pretty much Hiruzen was actually planning on retiring. With this, Naruto like, wait, what? Oh, so this old man give me right there the Hokage position. Finally, right there, that mongrel knows his place. With this right there, like heck, Jiraiya said like, nah, pretty much right there, he's electing right there Tsunade to be right there like what? Hokage. And Naruto like, wait, what? Okay, who's this mongrel right there Tsunade? And with this, Jiraiya told right there Naruto who Tsunade really is. And this kind of intrigued Naruto that she's the granddaughter of the first Hokage. And like, so this mongrel right there has no right there, like what, respect for my talent. He thinks I'm actually too weak. With this, like, Jiraiya's like, so are you in or you actually not? With this, Naruto will agree to actually follow Jiraiya to right there find this lady Tsunade, as they will actually set off actually. With this, we have right there the whole instance with actually right there Itachi and Kisame. And pretty much right there, Itachi will actually invade right there like what, the village like undercover. As pretty much right there, he like, that thing would play out similar inside the anime, but this time Naruto is actually not here. He pretty much left really early in this, so yeah. As pretty much right there, like heck, Itachi will actually like after it defeating some of the Jonin, Kakashi right there, and pretty much right there Kurenai, and pretty much the rest of the other ninjas. Pretty much right there, he will actually find out Naruto's location, that he will actually pretty much go to where Naruto was. As before he left, he was pretty much greeted right there by actually like Sasuke, which Sasuke was just rushing towards right there, touching like Chidori. As immediately he was trying to actually attack right there like what, Itachi with his Chidori, but immediately right there like what, Itachi would actually evaded right there the Chidori, and pretty much right there like what, pin him to the ground. And pretty much right there Itachi said like, you're weak, you'll never really become strong right there, Sasuke. If you think you're really able to kill me with that puny jutsu, then you're pretty much right there far weaker than I actually thought. With this further irritated Sasuke. It's like pretty much right there Itachi would put right there like Sasuke inside the genjutsu. It's pretty much right there like what, he would actually like what, keep on stabbing right there like Sasuke inside this genjutsu. Like Sasuke was pinned to like a cross, as he was just stabbing him until right there Sasuke actually collapsed, not being able to take rid of the power of the Monogatari Sharingan. As there, after when Sasuke was dealt with, he will actually go to right there like to fight Naruto, with Kisame right there doing so. As there, we will time skip all the way to Naruto right there and Jiraiya, which they will actually arrive at the village where Tsunade pretty much right there was staying at. As there right there like heck, like Jiraiya and Naruto will go to one pub. As there right there Jiraiya will actually say like, oh, there she is. As there he will actually just go towards right there like Tsunade's table where she's actually stinking drunk. And pretty much there, heck, they will pretty much have a chat there, like with Jiraiya's like, oh Tsunade, it's been a long time, and they will actually try to catch up. As there, Tsunade told Jiraiya to cut to the chase. That she's pretty much right there, like he didn't come all the way here just to actually see her. With this, like heck, she also asks like who's this brat, and Naruto kind of felt insulted right there. Like, I mean, this guy's a god. How dare you, mongrel, right there, like call me a brat? With this right there, like what? Jiraiya would say like, oh yeah, this is Naruto Uzumaki. And with this, Tsunade's like, huh, Uzumaki, huh? Nothing special. He's still a kid. So what do you need me for, Jiraiya? Well, I want to take you back to the Leaf Village for you to become Hokage. With this, like heck, Jiraiya would tell Tsunade about how Hiruzen's basically retiring and things like that. As Tsunade would actually decline, saying that whoever wants to be Hokage is pretty much foolish. That pretty much they actually waste their life protecting no one. That they end up dying inside the end. With this, like heck, she would just go on and on about how pretty much a Hokage, like whoever became Hokage is pretty much stupid. And then Naruto, like, he had respect for the first, second, and fourth Hokage there. As pretty much Naruto will actually literally appear right in front of her there, like what? Tsunade. As pretty much he will grab her by the neck. With this, like, Jiraiya was quite surprised by Naruto's like outbreak. And pretty much he heard from Hiruzen that pretty much Naruto has quite a short temper. With this, Naruto like, how dare you mongrels? These are actually humans right there, actually protect them right there, like their village. Protecting right there that stupid village right there for what they believe in. And you here, moping around right there your sad little life. A mongrel like you would never achieve anything in life. Look where you are now. You're stinking drunk, you have no money, you have nowhere to even go, man. So pretty much right there, if I were actually pretty much you, I would rather just end your life, because right there you have nothing worth to actually live for. If you if you have no reason to become Hokage, then pretty much right there go kill yourself. A mongrel like you shouldn't actually be in this like world at all. With this, Tsunade will actually kind of take offense to that. And literally she would try to actually like what? Counterattack by actually just pinning Naruto to the table. Which she actually did actually, but she was immediately wrapped in golden chains as around her whole body. She wasn't able to move. As there, like what? Jiraiya will actually like calm down the situation as pretty much heck. He will actually like heck, the whole right there, like Jiraiya will actually suggest like if Tsunade can defeat Naruto, then she has to come back to the Leaf Village, things like that, yada yada yada. So it would actually do so. So the match would actually like what? Naruto and actually Tsunade will actually take place as Naruto like heck. He had to realize Tsunade, like this Tsunade's level chakra is insane. She's strong as hell. So like heck, he's actually taking this battle seriously now. So with this, but not that seriously. So with this, the match will actually begin, and immediately Tsunade will tell Naruto that she will actually only use right that one finger. With this, Naruto will actually decide, saying like how pathetic. This mongrel right there thinks right now I'm weak. Kurami, can you believe right there the absolute crap on this woman? With this, right there, Kurami was like, put her in her place, love. With this, Naruto will actually literally right there, like what, take one step, cracking the ground immediately. As immediately, Tsunade seen that there was a crack coming towards her. As immediately she jumps out of the way. As immediately the ground below her actually broke. Right there, evading it just in time. Then Tsunade was actually quite surprised at this kid's right there monstrous power. But Naruto will appear right behind her, kicking her all the way to the ground. With this, Tsunade will actually get back up and seeing that this kid is really strong, that she might even have to use half of her powers just to knock this kid out. So with this, Naruto will actually quite form right there like a golden right there Rasengan. As there right there, heck, Naruto was charging straight towards Tsunade. Tsunade seeing this like, what, the Rasengan? But immediately right there, like heck, Tsunade was about ready to counter attack by breaking the ground. But right there, like heck, before she can even right there lay a finger on the ground, pretty much right there, like heck, two Naruto will come out from the ground, grabbing her arm and pretty much wrapping her in golden chains. As right there, Naruto's like, wait, what? And immediately Naruto will be right in front of her, and Naruto will shout out, Rasengan! And immediately right there, blasted Rasengan right in her chest. And Naruto went going into right there about a few buildings, of course, not killing her, but still. With this, the match will be over, as Naruto was like, you're coming with us. And Tsunade, like, after Red recovering, like, heck, she was actually quite irritated. Like, she said, like, she was actually not going. But Naruto couldn't actually deal with this mongrel's crap. So, literally, like, this guy, Naruto, is is like gangster level shit. He will literally pick up Red Tsunade, Brighter style. And with this, he would just knock her out. With this, Naruto, like, okay, we already have Tsunade. Let's go back. With this, Jiraiya, like, wait, what? You're actually kidnapping her? Do you know who she is? She's one of the great legendary Sanins. And Naruto, like, and I'm the great Naruto Uzumaki, who's about to become Hokage. The most powerful Kage in this whole shinobi world. So right there, I couldn't even give a crap about this actually woman. So let's go. So with this, like, heck, Jiraiya will actually go with Tsunade and Naruto, as, like, after actually going back, they will actually counter it, like, Itachi and Kisame. With this right there, like, what? Itachi will realize that that's actually Jiraiya, as he will actually see the blonde to be Naruto Uzumaki, the one that he actually just saved when he was a kid, on it right there, his 6th birthday, and he remembers him clearly, but he changed. It seems, for some reason, Itachi kind of felt that he actually, like, he was quite powerful, like, he's changed somehow. With this, Naruto will recognize right there, like, what? Itachi and Kisame, as, like, he would recognize the clothing to be right there, the Akatsuki. And Naruto actually heard some rumors after right there asking right there, like, Hiruzen about this. He told Naruto about the Akatsuki. With this, like, heck, Naruto will actually see Itachi and he will actually have a quite weird feeling. And he actually thought, like, does he know him from somewhere? As right there, Naruto will look closer to his eyes and immediately he remembers. Naruto right there knows who he is. So you're the one who actually saved me right there that day. I'm actually quite right there thankful, Mongrel. And with this, Itachi's like, what are you talking about? And Naruto's like, don't play foolish right there, Itachi. I know who exactly you are. You're the person right there who saved me and who was actually tasked of being right there my protector. And you're the one who actually took me to the hospital when I actually was left there dying inside the alleyway. I must be thankful for you, Mongrel. You really saved my life. So, I'll make this actually quick and painless. Why are you here? Are you here ready for the for the 9 tails? Or are you here ready to kill me? With this, Tasha would say, like, both. And Kisame was like, haha, so this kid actually pretty much knows you. And right there, I guess he already knows our plan already. With this, like, what? And Tasha was like, we have no time. Let's capture him. But Naruto will literally toss Tsunade to Jiraiya to say, like, hey, Jiraiya, hold back on, like, hold this actually woman. I'll take care of this actually, this trash. But this Jiraiya was actually quite hesitant. Like, this is the Akatsuki, a level right there, like these people are dangerous. As he was like, no, Naruto, you got Tsunade, and pretty much I'll handle them. But like, heck, Naruto actually pretty much shut him up at the center of their blood, like, waved towards him, like, killing attention. As like, Jiraiya instantly shut up. As like, what? Naruto actually just looked at the two Akatsukis. As there, the Kisame got his blade ready, ready to actually take down Naruto. As there, Naruto will say, like, you mongrel better be prepared. With this, Naruto will actually literally just control the ground. And immediately right there, like, what? The ground starts rumbling. And immediately right there, Golem will actually start popping out from the ground. And immediately right there, they will actually go and attack Kisame and Itachi. Itachi seeing this, they were actually quite surprised. They didn't see any hand signs. Was this right there, like, was there another person they were not aware of? But immediately they couldn't actually do anything. Immediately right there, like, what? Kisame and right there, Itachi started handling the golems, while Naruto was basically watching, studying their movements. Naruto realized that Kisame pretty much has, like, a blade that kind of is, like, what? Somehow actually, like, negates chakra and things like that. But the most bigger threat was Itachi. This guy has the Mangeto Sharingan. He can tell, and his chakra level was actually completely high. With this, Naruto actually go no, he didn't go through hand signs because Naruto doesn't even need hand signs. With this, Naruto will put his left hand up inside the air, and immediately right there, like, what? Red lightning would start would start forming all around inside the sky. And pretty much right there, Naruto will yell out, Death Strike! With this right there, lightning would just strike down right there on Itachi and Kisame, they were actually quite like taken up by God, and immediately right there, it just struck them down. That's right there, making right there a large crater. With this right there, Jiraiya was just watching this from afar. He was quite surprised by Naruto's power alone, that he was able right there to like what, and like handle right there the Akatsuki's, and right there Itachi none less. With this, the dust cloud will clear up to see right there like what, an orange right there Susanoo being formed by right there like Itachi. With this, Naruto like, the Susanoo. It's actually quite impressive seeing one. But right there, you won't be able right there to actually like compare to me. With this, Naruto actually pretty much make a golem right there, hit like a giant right there like what, fox golem out of right there his like what, chakra. This is not QB chakra right there or anything. This is Naruto pure chakra alone, blue chakra. With this, Naruto will make right there like a blue right there like what, 8-tailed fox. As pretty much right there, it's not on the level of right there Naruto's 9 tails or like anything like that. It's pretty much right there like what, he's actually just his own version of right there the Susanoo, but whatever. So with this, Naruto will actually just rush towards Itachi, and Itachi see that Naruto created right there a fox like golem out of chakra, will immediately right there make his actually imperfect Susanoo right there to have legs and hands. And it's pretty much right there, we just have the awesome battle of pretty much right there like what, chakra users like I shouted like the Itachi versus right there Uzumaki. With this like heck, Itachi seen that how Naruto is actually literally so strong, like super strong, that he has to use the Ataramatsu right there. With this, he would use the Ataramatsu right there to burn Naruto's chakra, to literally burn him completely. As pretty much right there, Naruto was actually able right there to actually like what, absorb it. He was able to absorb right there the Ataramatsu right there into it, right there, his chakra. And literally, this actually surprised right there Itachi. With this Naruto like, impressive Itachi. I know you're holding back. Come on, let's see what you got. With this, Naruto actually just start right there charging up right there like a tail beast bomb inside right there his actually 8 tails golem, and immediately he will launch it towards right there like what, Itachi Susanoo. Literally the tail beast bomb will hit it completely right there, like destroying it immediately. As there right there like what, Kisame will actually take the opportunity to go up inside the air to strike Naruto from above. But immediately right there, Kisame's sword will fly out of his hands. And immediately he's like, wait, what? As right there, Kisame's sword realized right there, like, yo, Naruto's chakra level, like, yo, he ain't absorbing that shit. He's not going near that. So immediately Naruto will see this, and Naruto will charge up right there his Death Strike Lightning. And immediately right there, like, heck, Naruto will go and strike Kisame right inside the chest, completely incinerating him right there till he was actually turned to nothing but this grey dust. With this right there, Itachi seen that like, I guess right there you're powerful. I can't take you right there head on, not right now, but we will fight soon enough. With this, Itachi will actually escape, and pretty much Naruto was like sigh like, interesting. We will soon meet again, and the next time we meet, I will not lose. With this, like, hey, Jiraiya and Naruto will arrive at the Leaf Village, as there pretty much it was actually changed. The whole place was actually quite built out, like nearly completed. There they will see new houses being formed, new like what, shops opening, things like that, thanks to Naruto's clones, which were occupying things. So yeah, and pretty much like what, Naruto and Jiraiya took Tsunade to pretty much like what, Hiruzen, and there she actually woke up after about like a few amount of hours actually, and then she will actually realize that she's in the Leaf, and then she will quite actually pretty much be mad at Naruto, and then Naruto will literally tell her to shut up right there and accept her path and things like that. Like, people die in this ninja world, so like whatever. So with this, heck, Tsunade will actually see that she was already here. She was about to leave, but was it actually really the right thing? I mean, like, heck, she realized that Naruto was actually was strong, really strong. As like, heck, he actually told her that he's going to become Hokage, the most powerful shinobi of all. So yeah, and he can't take the role right now because, like, heck, he's still a kid. So he literally told Tsunade that once he becomes of age, he'll become Hokage, and then she can just leave. So pretty much, yeah. So with this, Tsunade will actually agree, as like, heck, seeing that she won't be Hokage for long. So she will actually agree and take up the Hokage role as there. And like that, she will actually, like Haruto will actually ask Tsunade to pretty much try to heal up the people who was actually like injured during the fight. And like one was actually pretty much Sasuke, as there like heck. We have the whole thing where actually like Sasuke challenging Naruto right to the battle to meet him on top of the roof. Naruto was not in the mood for this, not at all. So right there, like heck, he just wanted to end this quickly. So with this, they will get it on top of the roof, and then pretty much right there, they will have the battle. We read it like what? Sorry, not Itachi. Sasuke literally just going mayhem on right there like Naruto, but Naruto was not taking this battle seriously. I mean, Naruto literally just put up right there like what his fox defense cloak, as there right there like what. Like pretty much, like Sasuke couldn't actually get through. He couldn't even get through Naruto's chakra, like what barrier or whatever. That's pretty much right. He got so irritated to tell Naruto to fight him at full power, things like that. And like heck, Naruto right there just wanted to shut right there Sasuke up. So Naruto just forms a Rasengan at fast speed, peered right in front of Sasuke, and immediately right there Naruto will launch a golden Rasengan right through right there Sasuke. Or not right through him, but he will launch Sasuke into right at the water tower, bursting it, like completely destroying it. There, right there, Naruto will actually leave as Kakashi will actually just arrive, seeing the whole thing. And there he will actually go to see if Sasuke was actually alright, but Sasuke will leave with just anger in himself, like so angry that he's so weak. He's too weak. So Sasuke will end up training. And they would just time skip all the way to actually pretty much right the Sasuke retrieval mission. And pretty much right there, 2 months has already passed. As there Sasuke right there will actually get like what? Was preparing to leave. Like the Final Four like didn't come for Sasuke. Seeing that Orochimaru was actually dead, they didn't come for Sasuke. Sasuke was actually leaving the village on his own to pretty much become strong. He actually was planning on joining the Akatsuki, man. To literally like what? To actually kill Itachi there. If he joined the Akatsuki to pretty much really gain strength, he had pretty much have enough strength to kill Itachi and Naruto, of course. So already as Sasuke was pretty much leaving the village, she was actually like Sasuke was stopped by Sakura, which they will have the whole scene right there where Sakura begs Sasuke to stay inside the Leaf Village, like I can't stand to be right there without you, Sasuke, and things like that. I'll come with you. Like, please, I want to go with you, Sasuke. I don't care if I become a rogue ninja. Like, bro, man, bro. Trash back like that, man. With this right there, like, what? Itachi, like, sorry, not Itachi. Jeez. Sasuke was actually thinking about it. She could be useful. She really could be useful. So with this, like, heck, she will actually accept right there, like, what? Sakura coming along with him. As there, the two of them will just leave. Pretty much right there, like, as Sasuke left, news actually like came out right there fast. Well, not really fast, but right there moments later, that Sasuke Uchiha pretty much left the village, but also Sakura Haruno. With this, like, heck, pretty much right there, like the team right there, Sasuke retrieval mission and also Sakura retrieval mission will actually take place. Will be right there, like what? The same original inside the anime. But Naruto actually told them that he's not actually going after Sasuke and Sakura, which this kind of confused everybody there. They ask like, wait, why? As there, Naruto told them that if they pretty much want to become rogue ninjas, just let them. I mean, like, heck, I'm not wasting my time and our strength to go out after somebody who's pretty much wants to go out for revenge, and a little simp who's there just to really get like what? This Sasuke in bed with her. He's not saving them to be on a team with them. I mean, like, the two of them can screw off. These mongrels right there have no right to be in a prison against him. And with this, like, heck, Naruto will actually not take part in this Sasuke retrieval mission. As there, everybody would just go to retrieve Sasuke and Sakura, but it was already too late. Sasuke already left. He pretty much left. That's pretty much right there. Like, heck, he as he's left, they didn't leave. He actually came into contact with actually Zetsu, which actually offered the Sasuke to pretty much be part of the Akatsuki with Sakura there. With this, they will actually agree as pretty much like, heck, yeah, we pretty much have Sakura and Sasuke joining the Akatsuki really early actually in this. Well, kind of Sakura didn't join, but Sasuke actually kind of did join on the later date, but still. As pretty much right there, like, heck, we just literally have right there, like what? a time skip actually. As pretty much that after the whole Sasuke thing was a fail, they actually like realized that pretty much they're actually screwed right now, because like Sakura and Sasuke had like they don't really have that much information of the Leaf Village, but they still have information. So they're pretty much classified as pretty much rogue ninjas at this point. As they're like, hey, this actually kind of was a good thing on Naruto's end actually, because now he can focus on his training. Now like Naruto literally had like focus on his training, and also going on right there like what missions as well. And for the like past actually 3 years actually, Jiraiya actually stays inside the village. Well, he can actually leave the village sometimes, but like heck, he leaves the village to sometimes trains with Naruto and things like that. As pretty much Naruto actually took up right there like what S-class missions actually. Like Naruto was reported Jonin actually, as there Naruto was actually taking up right there S-class missions, things like that. Naruto was going on high level missions by himself actually. As there like what, also I forgot to actually mention this inside the last pod, guys, but if you guys was paying attention, if you guys are wondering what happened right there to Gaara and right there his team, they actually now was like what went back to actually their lead and to their village, of course. As pretty much right there, Naruto was not actually planning on killing them, of course, so they went back to their village. So yeah, Gaara actually becomes right there the Kazekage there. Pretty much like heck, back to Naruto. Like he actually kept on going on missions, S-rank missions. Naruto was actually making a name for himself. Naruto actually like was actually way too dangerous actually. That Naruto actually pretty much right there, he knows every single jutsu. For this past like 4 years actually, Naruto became extremely strong. Naruto already like mastered right there Krami's right there like what chakra, literally mastering it. No cap, he even knows berry mode already. And pretty much like heck, Naruto also mastered right there the scroll of feelings right there, mastering every single jutsu that was actually in there actually. As pretty much right there, Naruto can actually use wood style, every type of jutsu you know. Naruto is a fast learner and he knows it already. And this actually kind of like put fear in everybody inside the 5 great nations. And they're hearing this actually like guy like the Golden Fox, Naruto Uzumaki. Like this guy was actually literally just like strong as hell. As pretty much right there, he was actually taking on S-class missions, triple S-class missions, and right there A-class missions. They were all afraid of him. As pretty much right there was even like a bounty. He was in the bingo book. Pretty much right there, he was actually at the #1 top. No, as pretty much right there, they like heck, they actually named him Naruto the Golden Fox. Pretty much right there, like what? Member of the Hidden Leaf. And pretty much right there, there was a bounty of actually like what? 10 trillion on him. Like that's the big money there. And pretty much right there, it literally said like chakra, like what? Chakra nature. All of them. Pretty much right there, like what? Like ranking right there Jonin at this point. As right there, like heck, this guy was like even a Jinchuriki. He even stated that he was a Jinchuriki. And they're like, yo, this actually like, this frightens everybody in this actually like what? 5 great nations. As he was actually literally like he was actually classified as a god. As pretty much right there, like he will destroy any enemy that came his way. Any enemy, nobody can actually just like stop him. He was pretty much like the next stage of 6 paths. As that will happen during the 4 years that pretty much happened. Now the Katsuki here in Naruto, like, bro, they were now terrified of him. And they were like, yeah, we need to get rid of the Jinchurikis, like quickly. As they're like, what? They will capture rid of all of the Jinchurikis. They didn't really care. They didn't even go by order, actually. They just wanted to get the Jinchurikis really quickly. As there, they will actually go and capture rid of the 4 tails, the 7 tails, the 6 tails, the 8 tails, and pretty much right there, 1 tails, Gaara, the 2 tails, like you name it, up to like 2, like well, up to 1, well, and up to 1, and actually like up to 8. They'll capture all the tail beasts actually, right there, like pretty much like heck. Gaara will actually he will actually die in this. No, not really. He won't actually die because like after hearing the report. Gaara will actually die. So seeing that they're actually moving so fast, they're not wasting time. So Gaara will eventually die in this one. So yeah, pretty much right there. Like heck, they pretty much have already like what the tail beasts besides the 9 tails. And they were actually planning on going, seeing that they couldn't actually like drag the 9 tails to them, they'll have to go to the 9 tails to pretty much really kidnap him. As they joined, like also really Sasuke joined really like what the Koskis, and there he gained extreme, like he got strong, really powerful. As there like heck, Sasuke was actually able ready to use really like what his Mangekyou Sharingan after intense training actually. Pretty much he did kill really Itachi. Sasuke did kill really Itachi, and they're pretty much really like what getting revenge. But now he wanted to actually kill Naruto. That's his whole goal now. Naruto was actually pretty much really looking down on him, as he just wanted just to end Naruto just completely. As Sakura, she was pretty much a tool for Sasuke. Sasuke didn't care about her feelings at all. As there, Sakura actually did the most dirtiest things for Sasuke. There, really like what she would actually Sasuke just treated her as a tool, not as an actual person. Kind of what Zabuza actually did to like what Haku. He was treating her like a tool. Pretty much right there, when she actually fulfilled her purpose, then he would just dispose of her. So pretty much, yeah, that's pretty much happened. As they're like heck, we actually go on to the present right now. As there, we will actually go on to actually like what the pretty much right there Hokage right there summons, to where they will actually pretty much like we're thinking about forming an ally to pretty much really go against the Koskis. Like they have right there all tail beasts, but besides the 9 tails now, the 5 Kages, and pretty much Temari actually became the Kazekage, seeing that Gaara was actually dead. So they were actually they didn't want to form allies with the Lands of Fire. We're seeing that they didn't know, like they actually kind of felt sketchy about this. So they were actually not forming the alliance to actually come back against the Koskis. So yeah, that would be a big flop. As they're like what we go on to Naruto right now. As we see Naruto just literally chilling right there, just in his like what godly palace. And they're like Naruto actually did make improvement to the Hidden Leaf. That Naruto literally, and I mean literally, like made the whole Hidden Leaf so much bigger. And there was so much space, much like there was like it was basically huge houses, shops, everything. Naruto was living in a palace, like literally a floating palace. I'm not kidding. This is basically Gilgamesh level. Naruto had a floating palace that he actually created with just his jutsu alone. As there, it was pretty much really the biggest floating palace in the sky. As Naruto was just chilling with Kurami inside of it, until right there, like what? He actually will actually get word from actually right there, like what? Tsunade, saying right there that she wants to talk to Naruto. As Naruto actually saw it, after right there, like what? After he was just enjoying himself with Kurami, as like the two of them were about to actually like get some things done. I mean like other things, you know what I mean? And like yes, your boy Naruto, like your guy ain't a virgin no more. When Naruto hit 15 years old, Kurami destroyed Naruto. She literally took right there Naruto's virginity at that point. Like she went mayhem on Naruto. She didn't hold back. Not like bro. She was actually just like having fun time with Naruto. Like she actually truly loved Naruto way much. Like Naruto treated her as a goddess, which she was. Bro, Kurami was so powerful than the 10 toes even. As right, Naruto kept on giving her chakra, like godly chakra even, which he has infinite amount of it. And pretty much right there, she was actually on the like even right there past the level of right there like what all Utsutsuki's, man. Like she can easily handle them like by herself. As they're like what as pretty much Naruto like will actually go down with Kurami doing so. As like heck, things will actually did change as everybody from the Hidden Leaf actually found out who Kurami really was. Like pretty much right there, they found out that she was actually like what the 9-tailed fox. Now at the start, everybody was actually quite terrified, seeing that she was actually here to destroy them. But they actually realized that she was actually not going to destroy them at all. That pretty much right there, her and Naruto were literally together, which actually like what surprised everyone actually. That Naruto was actually with the 9-tailed fox, the monster that actually destroyed the village. But Naruto told them that she was actually not going to destroy the village, and he pretty much made sure. With this, they were actually quite sketchy for the past a few years until they actually accepted that Kurami was not a bad person. They actually treated her like a normal person. They actually, every time they actually greeted her, they actually treated her like a queen, kind of like what Kaguya actually did. They pretty much treated her like as a queen, like a goddess, of course. As there, she was able to go around normally living her life, which yeah, she kind of actually liked. So yeah, we'll go on to right there, like Naruto and Kurami end up going to Tsunade's office. And then Tsunade will actually tell Naruto about what happened inside the meeting. Like, yo, the peace treaty meeting, yeah, was a flop. They don't want to make allies with us. So now they're like, well, Akatsuki's actually coming towards the Hidden Leaf and like the land of fire to pretty much try to take you. As like Naruto was just saying like, these mongrels right there don't even know their place. How pathetic. As with this, Tsunade will actually like ask Naruto what he's gonna do now. With this, Naruto will say like, I guess right there I'm gonna have to right there like, well, fight off these Akatsukis then. As right there, Naruto will prepare for the battle. As like he literally told right there like Tsunade not to get anyone from this village like involved. Which right there Tsunade will actually do so. And she actually told right there everybody not to get involved in this war. Like not at all. Like Naruto will be will handle this. As right there, everybody was actually quite surprised and grateful for Naruto that he was actually willing just to actually end this war, like not wanting none of them to survive. Now, don't get me wrong, Naruto they like looks at them like as lower beings, but like he's not the type of person to actually let like them die just like that, like a painful death, of course. I mean, like, hey, if he's gonna become a Hokage, like who's actually gonna be looking up to him? He's gonna have like an empty place. So yeah, and pretty much right there, like heck, Naruto will make his way towards right there where the Akatsuki will actually pretty much like was actually coming. As there, once he actually like got to the place, he will immediately see right there like the most like all the Akatsuki there, and literally the 10 tails of that fact. And not just that, he will see right there the masked man, but also something strange. He will see right there Madara Uchiha there with the reanimation jutsu that took place. He reanimated everybody there. But also Zetsu there. They have an army. They have a literally army there, and they were marching towards right there the Leaf Village. And pretty much like Madara was actually happy, like yo, he finally gets to destroy right there the Leaf Village. Like good thing. So yeah. And he will make his dream come true to a reality. They were actually quite surprised to see Naruto like standing right there far away from them, as like pretty much right there like Naruto will yell at like, you mongrels right there like have right there the nerve to come into right there my homeland and pretty much invade it. I will actually put you mongrels to the ground. With this right there, Sasuke seeing Naruto there, as like he was actually quite angry now. Like heck, he was looking down on him. And right there, he was actually quite like Sasuke actually calmed himself down after he actually had a feeling like he can easily handle Naruto after the strength he was actually gained. He was actually strong enough to actually kill Naruto. And then Naruto, like the Zetsu started charging towards Naruto. And then Naruto seeing that like, bro, this guy is actually literally a god, so he didn't even bother. This guy at Naruto created right a 10 trillion shadow clones, man. As there, the battle actually took place to where it was actually Naruto, like just Naruto alone, like with his clones versus right there, like the whole right there, like Akatsuki, like pretty much everybody there, including the 10 tails there too, man. Like they had right there used right there like then one of the 9 tails right there like organs that I can't remember the name, but they actually took a while back. So they actually used the 10 tails to awaken it, and pretty much there like heck, Naruto was actually just like destroying the clones. Like bro, they didn't the Zetsu didn't even make one Naruto clone disperse at all. Like Naruto is literally like all these Narutos are strong, like on the same level as his original. So it was like, bro, you're gonna have to rather be on like Goku's level just to actually just lay a finger on this guy, like just to even destroy him. As with this, now like the real Naruto will actually go up and charge up his giant right there QB mode. As there, he was ready to battle right there the 10 tails. As there, like pretty much Obito and Madara were standing on top of the tent. They were like, bro, they were like, this battle is gonna be interesting. As there, they were actually charging straight forward. As they're like, yo, cute, like, bro, Kurami was on the, like, bigger than the Ten Tails, like, literally bigger than the Ten Tails. As they're like, what? The two of them will actually clash. It pretty much it will be an epic battle. The whole right there, like, one fire, like the whole five great nation will shake after feeling like what? Will shake after right there feeling like this level of power. Actually, it will actually shake the whole right there five great nation. As that every nation was there, it was actually rumbling after every single strike. It was just like. It was literally just like chaos there. The sky was literally red. Red light then was coursing all the way through the whole five shinobi right there, like what nation. As there, like we were going to the battlefield. As there, it was pretty much chaos at that point. Everybody there was fighting, fighting each other. Right there, it's Katsuki versus Naruto. As Pain was actually there, he was actually like, bro, I'm sorry, but like I don't know right there, like. Where Nagato is able to control right there the puppet, so pretty much Nagato will end up dying. Right there, pretty much the the Debo path right there will end up being destroyed. None of them will actually survive this. As pretty much right there, like what, and Data will actually end up being dead. As like what, Sakura there, like I'm not even gonna talk about that useless bag. Seeing that Naruto, like, he didn't want to kill her, she wanted to make her life suffer even more, so he was pretty much captured right there, like what, Sakura, there, like, heck, we were actually going to the main fight towards Naruto versus Madara. There, it was actually an intense battle with just the 10 tails versus right there, like what, the 9 tails, like what, like this Madara was just so excited, feeling this level of fighting, it was just like what, just like right there, like what, Hashirama, back when two of them were young. And pretty much like there, he will actually just absorb the 10 toes right inside of him, making him the 10 toes Jinchuriki. As there, pretty much, we just actually have right there like Madara, just like using right there like what, his Susanoo. As pretty much he actually just made about tons of meteor comes down like towards Naruto. As literally Naruto would look at this, and he would just actually charge up right there like what? His godly tail beast bomb. And with this, Naruto would actually shoot out a massive, it'd be kind of like a Kamehameha blast, kind of from Goku. No, wait, a Final Flash, kind of like from Vegeta's. But just think of it like golden, just chakra based. So yeah, the moment it actually hits Madara's meteor, it was completely incinerated. There was nothing left. Literally, it just made a huge dent. Like, bro, Naruto's blast literally made right there a hole going right through the moon. Like, no cap in that blast. As pretty much right there, like Hashirama, like, no, sorry, not Hashirama. Jeez, Madara would literally just have right there, like, use his Susanoo to create two blades to actually strike down towards Naruto. But Naruto would use Kurami just to pip slap right there, like what? Madara soars away. As Kurami was just actually now just like, how she was actually excited. She couldn't contain her excitement. She wanted to kill Madara. After that time, she used her, like pretty much right there, like what, for weapons every single time she gets the chance to kill him. But right there, like what, Naruto will actually tell Kurami that it's pretty much time. As then Naruto will absorb right there, like what, Madara's Susanoo, completely right there absorbing it. As then Madara will go back to right there his human, like just to the ground, into right there like his human figure, whatever. And then Naruto will also go to the ground. And then Naruto will say like, Kurami, I think it's time. Let's use it. Let's end it once and for all. And then Kurami will like, are you sure? With this, Naruto will say like, if you absorb my chakra, I don't think you won't die. And pretty much, heck, even if you don't even absorb it, you pretty much have right there chakra right there to life you right there, and lifetime of right there eternity even. With this, Kurami will actually agree. As there, the two of them will literally go into that barren mode. As then Naruto will go into his godly barren mode. Right there, Naruto was radiating right there godly chakra all over the place. And they did actually send shockwave right there. Dude, this shockwave even killed half of the Zetsus there. Pretty much right there, like Black Zetsu would just see this like crap. I looked at him like, dude, this kid is so powerful. I need to really revive Mother quickly. But right there, like heck, it wasn't actually gonna happen. As right there, Naruto, he would actually rush towards Madara, and Madara doing the same thing. As the two of them would have right there, the ultimate taijutsu battle of all time. Like bro, even surpassing even my guy. As they're like, yo, Naruto actually overpowering Madara with punches, kicks, and he actually delivers right a good punch right there. Literally right there is making Madara spit out blood. And then Madara couldn't even keep up with Naruto's right there fast movements or speeds. Like Naruto was so fast, like he couldn't even read his movements. Not even with his Rinnegan or Sharingan. That's pretty much right there. Naruto was just draining right there Madara's lifespan. Completely draining him completely. As there right there, like heck, Naruto would kick Madara up into the air, and he would just summon right there tons of like golden wrath and shurikens, and he would just shoot it towards right there Madara. With this, Madara would have to get hit by the golden wrath and shurikens, but he won't die. He will still right there be actually alive. As there, we will actually go on, we will see Naruto flying up inside the air. As there, Naruto will actually see the whole place, like the whole army right there, Zetsu still actually alive actually. With this Naruto was fire, he would just actually control the ground. And then the whole ground will actually just start opening. As pretty much right there, heck, Naruto made right there a giant hole, and pretty much most of the Zetsu right there will fall inside of it. Right there, but as pretty much right there, Sasuke will actually avoid it just in time using his Susanoo. So pretty much right there, heck, Naruto will actually summon water just out of thin air, pouring it inside this massive right there, hole there, and the Zetsu was just still inside of it. But Naruto, most of you guys may think, you know where I'm actually pretty much going with this. So yeah, if you guys actually know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. With this, Naruto will actually just go and summon right there one giant meteor, boulder, whatever, giant rock, whatever. And pretty much for the heck, Naruto's clones, whatever, would just start shooting fire around, godly fire, that's pretty much at the rock. And pretty much the rock started turning into magma, and literally right there, Naruto would actually just launch a rock inside the pool, the crater, pool of water, whatever, the crater of water, whatever you guys want to call it. As there, pretty much right there, the magma rock just went inside of it, and pretty much right there, it just started bubbling. As there, about a few minutes will pass, and a massive explosion will actually happen, and pretty much right there, destroying right there half of the battlefield at that point. As there, most of the Zetsu, no, not even most of them, all of them were completely destroyed by actually Naruto's attack. As there, all the Zetsu would just be done for, literally just done for. There will be nothing left. As right there, Madara seeing this, that there's actually, whoa, there was nothing there, literally there was nothing left, out of his army. Yo, the Akatsuki was already finished. Everybody there was actually just dead. As pretty much the only one that was actually alive was pretty much right there, Madara, Sasuke, Obito, and Black Zetsu. Literally, it was just a miracle how those are the only people who actually survived. As there, Naruto will go down to the ground. And pretty much right there, he would disperse all of his clones. And Naruto would say, you mongrels right there, should give up. You guys are not even on my level. I'm actually quite holding back, you do know that. If I really wanted to end this battle, I could just do so with just a flick of a wrist. Just a flick of my wrist. With this, Madara would kind of be annoyed. He would launch right there. He would just yell out, "Whst! The forest emergence!" And pretty much launch right there Whst jutsu towards Naruto, and Naruto would sigh, how pathetic. And then Naruto would control the wind, destroying right there the deep forest emergence there. As Naruto would say, let me show you right there how it's really done. Whst! Deep forest emergence! As there, pretty much right there, Naruto will make right there a better version of the Whst Deep Forest Emergence. Right there, completely right there, trapping Madara, Obito, Zetsu, Sasuke inside of it. As there, yo, Naruto will actually just go and he would yell out, "Whst! Godly Wood Dragon Jutsu." As there, above right there, about 50 Wood Dragon, golden, wood dragon jutsu will come out from the ground. As there, they will actually just go fly up inside the air. As Naruto will actually just yell out right there like, Whst! Deforest right there like destruction. Sorry about that. As pretty much right there like what? The whole right there deforest right there will actually literally be destroyed, like completely explode. As right there, like, after it exploded, Madara will put up right there like Susanoo, with like Sasuke is still in his Susanoo, but actually Obito there protecting Obito. And there right there, the godly wood dragon will fly down towards the ground, pretty much right there impaling right there Madara and Obito, completely killing them. As not really completely killing Madara, but it killed Obito actually. Like he couldn't even use right there his Kamui in time. As there, Zetsu's like, yeah, he needs to really revive Madara right now. This guy is way too powerful. But before he can even do so, Naruto will literally grab Zetsu. As there, Naruto like, where do you think you're going, Zetsu? Huh. You really think that I didn't notice, huh? You're pretty much really the mastermind behind this. But you're not getting away. I will destroy you. Right here. Perish. As Naruto actually sent out his golden flames, completely destroying Zetsu. No trace of him left. Like a Hokage. There, Naruto will just walk up right there to Madara. And then Naruto will say like, I'm gonna take back something that doesn't belong to you. And then Naruto will absorb right there the 10 tails out of Madara. Literally absorbing it inside himself actually. As there, Naruto will absorb all the tail beasts inside of him, which classifies making Naruto right there the 10-tailed Jinchuriki at that point. And pretty much Naruto will actually end up killing Madara, and they're capturing Sasuke too. So pretty much right there, like heck, I don't see right there the story like this is where the story will actually end at, just actually. I mean like heck, Naruto will come back. He'll be treated as a hero actually, as everybody from the Great Nation will hear about this, as Naruto defeated the whole Akatsuki by himself, just literally single-handedly, just by himself. So they will actually treat Naruto as a god, like he was able to defeat the 10 tails, Madara, the whole army of Zetsu by himself. That would take right there and all the nations combined just to actually defeat that army. But literally Naruto did that without even a sweat. As there, like heck, Naruto will end up becoming Hokage. He will end up right there marrying right there Kurami. It's pretty much right there. Heck, they will end up living in the actually floating palace, which there Naruto will actually free. Oh, not really free. They're still a part of him, but like he will actually free the other right there tail beast. As they're the other tail beasts were actually kind of grateful for Naruto. They actually see that Naruto is actually a powerful person, literally so powerful, just like his father. He respects other tail beasts and people, even though he may look down on other people and things like that. He kind of still has respect for them. So he kind of right there end up right there calling him right there the next sage of 6 paths and things like that. As heck, Naruto, Kurami will get married. The only people who will be dead will be the tail beasts and some other few people. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of what if Naruto has godly chakra. Now if you guys are wondering, wait, what about the Sasuke's? I mean bro, the Sasuke can come, they have no shit on Naruto, man. Bro, this guy already will actually have the true secret orbs already unlocked at this point, after they meet Hagoromo, man. I mean, dude, there's no even point keeping Naruto around. I mean, this guy literally destroys the whole right there of Sasuke's, man. Bro, Momoshiki's, and right there, pretty much, yeah, that literally will be it. And that's pretty much the end of right there, what if Naruto has godly chakra. And yes, I finally finished a what if, guys, so I'm quite proud of it. So I hope you guys actually enjoyed this movie and what if Naruto had godly chakra, and I'll catch you guys in the next what if. Peace.